Hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Legacy Master Series. I'm excited for today because we have a very interesting matchup. Today I have the matchup of Infect versus Show and Tell, and with me I have Patrick Schuster, aka Orim67 on Magic Online. Hello, Patrick, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great.
Nice. Glad to have you here. Patrick, in the past you used to play a lot of Legacy, right? But in the recent times you've played a bit less Legacy, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any reason why, or is it just you? I know you play so many card games that maybe you
Yeah.
swap them around a bit.
Yeah, so basically I'm a bit bored of Legacy, maybe. It's a lot of Legacy, so that can happen.
Yeah.
And also Hearthstone has been great lately, so I've just been playing that.
Yeah, you're also a very good Hearthstone player, so I can imagine that you like to swap them around. I can relate because I've started playing League Legends of Runeterra. It's a newer card game, and I've been loving that game as well. I don't know if you've heard about that. You probably have.
Yeah, I've played that, but yeah, I don't know, I got bored after, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. You know, you have to certain card games you like, certain card games you don't. So I can understand. But you are still a great player, of course, and I know that you've played a lot of Sneak and Show in the past. And I'd say this is one of those games or one of those matchups that's like a classic in Legacy, at least in the past, where Show and Tell has always been one of the best combo decks in the format. And I think that Infect is well, it's one of those decks that preys upon combo decks. So I can imagine that in the past you maybe didn't love to see Infect, or how does it feel for you?
I think it's pretty close because I think the Sneak and Show combo is easier to assemble and also faster. I mean, the game ends on the spot if you resolve your thing, but in fact, first has to resolve the creature and stuff. But also, yeah, it's pretty interesting because the threats are a bit different. Some, like, Infect has cheaper threats, but also they have to untap first, and Sneak and Show has maybe a better fast mana, but maybe it's a bit more clunky. I think it's close because of that, because yeah, there's no clear favorite in one axis or the
Okay.
other.
Interesting approach. In my experience, I always felt like Sneak Attack was a great matchup for Infect, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It's definitely it definitely requires a lot of playing and testing it out. So yeah, let's see how it goes today. Maybe we can talk a bit more about the matchup after a game. What do you think, Patrick? Is that fine for you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
For
Quickly,
sure.
want to ask everyone in chat that everyone's mic is a bit different, so I've tried to put the volumes in such a way that you should be able to hear both myself and Patrick as clear as it should be. If not, let me know, and then I could adjust some settings and increase the volume or decrease the volume of myself or Patrick. And yeah, let me know. Let's see. Okay, I have you over here, Patrick. So I'm gonna challenge you. Let's see, I click the correct deck because I screw this up almost always. So there, should be good.
Okay.
Nice. Good luck. I'm excited. This is a fun matchup to play, even though it's combo versus combo. It's one of those matches where there could be a lot of interaction at a certain point. But well, as soon as you resolve Show and Tell, it's game over. That's probably it.
Yeah, that's the plan. I definitely want to draw Show and Tell instead of Sneak Attack because it's 2 mana cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Although it happens that when you play Show and Tell, it happens that I just bring in Blighted Agents and kill you the turn afterwards if you bring in Emrakul. I've won that way a couple of times, and it's always hilarious. But I don't want to count on that because you could just play Grizzlebrand and then I'm dead.
Yeah, of course. So, also I'm playing Daces, and I think those are better than Spell Pierces in the matchup. But
Definitely for this matchup, for sure.
yeah, that's also
Let's
most of my experience for the matchup.
yeah, quickly want to point out to everyone in chat that we will play as if we know what we are playing against. So Patrick knows my deck list, I know his. We send them towards each other beforehand, so we will play as if we know what we are up against. And so I'm on the play. No, I'm on the draw. Okay, doesn't matter. you're on the play. But I'm still going to keep. This is a hand that I would definitely mulligan if I didn't know what I was up against. But against Sneak and Show, I think this is fine. So I'm going to keep.
And my hand is a pretty greedy keep, but I think it's pretty good.
It's fine, okay. Yeah, let's just play Trop and pass. Don't have to play around Wasteland. Let's see, Kevin says, you've found Show and Tell usually favorable for Infect, but not sure about the versions with green. In my experience, when Show and Tell plays, when you have the non-red Show and Tell version, it's more difficult than the sneak attack version. But that's because in the past they also played Ice Fang Coatls in the blue-green version, etc. And that's a card that's difficult for us to deal with. Brainstorm end of turn, okay.
Yep.
I'm tempted to brainstorm and then another brainstorm when not playing a land. That usually signals that you may be missing something, but could also be that you're just baiting out counter magic here. I don't know. I'm gonna say okay.
Okay. Huh.
Okay, so there's a fetch and fetch.
Yep.
Another ponder. Okay, so this is typically the game plan of sneak attack, where you just play cantrip after cantrip, and as soon as you think, okay, I'm gonna get my wind spell through, then you go for it, right? Is that a correct analysis?
Yeah. Basically.
So let's fetch. I'm gonna play a thread of my own. So I know that Patrick is playing daisies, but I think I want to play it now. Okay, interesting turn here. Sneak attack. Let's fight over this with the days. Hope you don't have Spirit Guide. Days back. Okay, so no Spirit Guide. You only play 2 of them anyway, so I wouldn't play around that one.
Yeah. I mean, you can't let that resolve.
That's true.
So you gotta use your things.
Let's see if you have a Force of Will as well. You do! Boom! Wow, okay, so that was really a counter war back and forth. I could still win if I draw the correct spell, which I don't, so we are probably dead. Let's play this one. It's possible I don't have a payoff spell yet, although it's unlikely. I'm just going to attack and see what happens.
Yep. So that's basically the reason why Daze is so great in this matchup. Why I think that the matchup actually isn't favored for Infect.
When you play Daze.
Yeah.
Wow, okay,
So...
that's a good one. I'm dead. I'm very, very dead. I just had double Berserk and a fetch land in my hand. So if I had found a pump spell, then it wouldn't have mattered. But unfortunately, nope. And this is typically a game how Show and Tell versus Infect usually plays out, at least in my experience. You have the turn, and that can be either from you or from me. And if you don't win that turn, when you try to go all in and it fails, then you probably lose the game as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll discuss sideboarding first. Pretty easy for me. Inkmoth Nexus, way too slow. I'm gonna board that one out. And Triple Visor Vastwood, just too slow. Gonna board them out as well. I don't particularly like those. And I only want 1 Sylvan Library. I could also cut like Teferi, it's a bit slow. But if it resolves, it's pretty good. So I prefer to have Teferi over Sylvan Library. I have 1, so that's good. Bring in double Fluster, double Veil, and then some enchantment removal. That's it. How about on your end, Patrick?
So I don't really want to sideboard much. The game plan stays the same, of course. I just resolve the thing.
Exactly.
And then also, yeah, I think I bought in the Pyroclasms because they're not great. Like, you still would rather resolve a show and tell or sneak attack, like to instantly win the game, but Pyroclasm still
Yeah,
gives you
when
a
played
lot
at the right time, it can just destroy my entire game plan.
Yeah. But like in general, the plan of destroying your creatures is not really getting anywhere.
No, that's not what you want to do, right? You want to win on your combo. You don't. That's what I always say is you don't want to try and prevent me from winning. You want to win yourself. That's always the best thing to do.
Yeah, I think basically the Pyroclasm, because of the threat of killing 2 creatures, that's basically the reason why it's worth it.
Makes sense. My hand is great, but it does not have mana. So unfortunately I have to mulligan this, because otherwise this was insane. But mulligan. So Patrick keeps.
Keep 7. Exactly, yeah.
Mulligan to 6, this is fine. Gonna keep. Kinda wanna keep all of these. Let's just put this one on the bottom.
Okay.
And play Tropical and pass.
Okay. Not using your mana every turn, that's not what a Hearthstone player would do.
Okay, preordain, not gonna fight about that one, just pass.
I can keep those.
You keep them both, that's scary for me.
Yeah. I hope so.
Let's see here. So this is a difficult one, but I think I'm gonna play it out like this. I got Savannah, so I have all my colors, and then play Sylvan Library. And I'm curious to see if Patrick wants to fight over this. He does not. Okay. So if I get to untap here, that's quite good. Yep, okay. That's a risk I was willing to take. I could have fought over the show and tell, but I knew that if show and tell was coming down, then I had Blighted Agent, so potentially I could win because I have one piece of the combo already. So yeah, this was a gamble that I had to make. Do I want to keep up mana and try and fight over show and tell, or do I want to try and resolve Sylvan Library and win the game afterwards? And looks like I made the wrong play. It's obviously the Sylvan Library drawing 3 is always a gamble, but I gambled incorrectly. So I think I'm dead.
I don't have it. Right. I hope so.
Sorry, Patrick, say that again.
Yeah, I hope that you don't have it here.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. So I'm dead. Unfortunately, I can concede. Although my hand was pretty good, so I made the decision to not keep up Flusterstorm to fight for show and tell because I really just wanted to have Sylvan Library. I didn't have anything else going on. I'm going to show you my hand. And I knew that if I had the Sylvan Library, chances of me finding a pump spell were pretty high. But it was a gamble, that's for sure. But sometimes that's how I feel you have to navigate this. Because I wasn't going to draw a land in 3 turns anyway, which means that if I hadn't played like this, I would have waited and waited and waited for the land before casting Agent or Library, and that wouldn't have happened. So if I had a land in my hand, I would have played differently, but that was not the case. Okay, and you're saying you had double days left. Wow, that's pretty good. Nice.
Yeah, that's why I felt pretty safe there. I probably wouldn't have jammed into blue mana because I saw your Flusterstorms in the sideboard.
Exactly.
And I had 2 cantrips, so maybe I could have first gotten a soul land, and then the Flusterstorm doesn't just also trade for the Lotus Petal. So
Yeah, and it's unlikely that you have a turn 2 with show and tell and the win condition in your hand. So I was on the draw. I probably would have played differently, but I think this is the correct call on my side. But if you have it, you have it sometimes. And we're gonna see this a lot. The games are gonna probably be fast a lot, so we're gonna have a lot of time to play some games. So that's always nice. Keep in mind, people in chat, if you have any questions for me or for Patrick, let them know, and we'll always be happy to answer them for you. What do you think, Patrick? Play one more, or do you want to discuss a bit about the decks first?
We can play one more. Maybe one where I don't have such good draws.
You are asking for bad hands?
But also, yeah, that's basically what you need with Sneak and Show, like a fast kill and a 1 or 2 counter spells back up, and then you should win against almost every deck.
That's why a lot of people like playing show and tell, because it's so good. My hand's great again, but doesn't have colored mana, so I have to mulligan.
Oh. My 7 is pretty good, but could also, depending on the cantrips.
Let's see. Pretty good, he says. I'm gonna keep this one to the bottom. This 6-hander is fine.
Especially on the play, the draw it could be a bit slow.
Right, just a land, nothing on the other end, so that means I'm gonna fetch.
Yeah.
Drop. Play Noble. Mana acceleration is also very good, because that makes it so I can play around days fairly easily now from now on.
Yep. That's right. Not what I want to see exactly.
Question for you, Patrick. If you have on the play a turn 1 without backup, but you don't know what you're playing against, do you always go for it or not?
Of course, you always go for it.
Okay, that was pretty easy, of course. I ask this because I know that a lot of newer show and tell players sometimes ask themselves, should they or shouldn't they? But it's a clear answer, yes.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Okay, I'm gonna play. Whoops.
Yeah.
Have to cast it correctly, of course.
Okay.
This is a great spot for me because I'm able to just play a land, play Sylvan Library. I already have my threat, and on top of this, I also have Noble, so I still have mana available. So that's yeah, I like this spot.
I also like this spot where I tap 4 mana for the spell that wins the game.
It's never bad. Right, I'm gonna daze.
Okay. Guess I'll pause back.
Okay, Force of Will pitching daze back. Fortunately, can't react again. Let's see if you have the Spirit Guide or not.
Nope. No mana apes.
I can just be very aggressive with the Sylvan Library. Let's brainstorm.
I think I'd just do this.
Okay, that's fine. Not much I can do about that. So you probably have a payoff spell, but I have to play as if you don't have it, because that's literally the only thing I can do. So I'm just gonna play Agent, pass, and yeah, let's see if I'm dead.
It's only a Griselbrand, so maybe.
It's only Griselbrand, so I'm pretty much safe.
I'm gonna just go fetch the Thin. Maybe that is smart, maybe it's stupid. I mean, I have enough mana to
Ponder. Okay. Why not turn 2 Noble, Kevin asks me. That's, again, that's a decision that you have to make. I was in a spot where I was able to play Nexus and Sylvan Library. I didn't want to play Noble again, because that would make it so The only thing that would have changed is that I was able to pay for days. That's it. But I feel that the value of getting Sylvan Library is higher than potentially being able to cast days and not play Sylvan Library, because Patrick needed to have exactly a win condition plus Force of Will in order to make this work. So it's a gamble that you have to make. Brainstorm. So you are clearly digging for Emrakul to finish the game on the spot.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, that Sylvan Library is pretty scary.
Yeah, if I get to untap, I could potentially still win with the Sylvan Library.
But also, I think I can afford to just use my spells there. It's not like...
I agree.
I could save them for next game, but I don't think that makes sense.
Ouch.
Okay. So, not going to draw 7 more because I still need life for Force of Will, of course.
Yeah, if you draw 7 more, I can just attack with Noble and I win.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because you only get a 1. That would be an interesting choice.
Of course. Okay.
ASAP Ferg. Sorry, he asks, what is this series exactly? You play against a known opponent and openly talk about the matchup as you play. Indeed! Ferg, maybe you don't know me, I'm best known for always playing Infect, and in the Legacy Master Series I have experts of certain decks coming over, and we play Infect versus the matchup that they are known for always playing. And today I have Patrick Schuster, aka Orim67, and he is a very good player, and he usually in the past played a lot of Sneak and Show, so this is why I have him as my guest today. Damn, this is not a good Sylvan Library.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, this is okay. Let's ponder.
Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna shuffle. Yeah, it's not very exciting, I know. But anyway, I'm just going to attack and see if I can steal a win out here. It's unlikely because I'm just dead now, I think. But are there other videos up on YouTube or etc.? I've set it up so Twitch should save most of my videos, but they stay saved for I think 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 weeks on Twitch, so you can watch them there later. But I don't have them on YouTube yet. I don't have an intention of starting a YouTube channel at this time. But I will set up a Patreon, and they will be able to. They will remain there forever, and maybe in the future on YouTube. But I haven't checked that out just yet. Yeah, I'm super dead here, especially with the Spirit Guide. That was the nail in the coffin, probably.
Yeah, those are too strong.
Very dead.
I almost threw the game because I didn't watch out for the Inkmoth Nexus.
Inkmoth Nexus.
So sideboarding. I'm boarding out a Preordain and a Sneak Attack, and board in 2 Pyroclasm.
So Preordain, Sneak Attack, double Pyroclasm, that's it.
Yep.
Don't feel like a Brady is worth it against me, because I know that a lot of Sneak and Show players do bring that in against me, but you say no.
No. I don't want to use 2 mana to get blown out by an Invigorate, or when I'm staring down your creature, I just want to jam my own Shounter.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
When you have 2 creatures in play, it's even worse. Then it doesn't really do much.
I agree. When people play braid against me, very often I'm just like, yeah, sure, man, go ahead. I really don't care at all. So you've wasted a card. So it's good that you say this, because I know that a lot of people do bring it in against me, and I do think it's wrong. But yeah.
Yep, that's the scariest thing. That
Finally, indeed, finally.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, shit.
Zep, thanks for the follow, man. Cheers, appreciate it. And yes, I always play Infect. Well, let me say I play Infect 95% of the times. Sometimes I play something different, but I just love the deck so much. I'm best known for playing it everywhere and always. So yeah, probably. Let's see. Mangok, how do Patreon videos work? Well, how do they work? I'm setting up a Patreon. It's not ready just yet, but I will have every piece of content that I ever created will be available there. It already exists, but please do not subscribe to it yet, because I haven't set it up entirely. So please don't subscribe yet. Although thank you for being interested. But I just save everything there, so it has videos, it has articles, it has analysis, etc., etc. So if you like Infect, because that's what it's going to be about, then do check it out, of course. Thanks Talon, thanks Uri for the follows, appreciate it. Okay, am I going to be dead? Okay, no, luckily.
That was an interesting ponder and also an interesting opening hand.
Does interesting equal good, or?
Yeah, pretty much so.
My hand's pretty good too, but I have a decision to make. If I'm missing a land, otherwise this would be insane. Okay, I'm gonna start with ponder.
Okay, you can ponder.
I will allow it, he says. Okay, yeah, that makes it a bit easier. So I will not shuffle. Play this one. Start off with this.
Okay.
And yeah, let's see if you have interaction.
Yes, I have interaction.
Unfortunate. So I will not pay. This is why I wanted to have a land, but I found the land with the ponder. But I think it was correct. As you said before, just go for it when you can.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't go for it when I could on my turn 1. But I think it was better to have days up and not throw the turn 1 into a daze.
Agreed. And my hand was pretty insane too. I'll show it to you. There you go. If I had another land, I would have had Veil plus Spell Pierce, and that would have been good, but yeah, I didn't want to get rid of an Invigorate and Berserk in the opening hand. That's just too good not to play. Especially with you having days, that meant you needed a land that makes 2 mana in order for this to work. Otherwise that wouldn't. So I felt that was the correct play to do, but yeah, of course, Days is a good card.
Yeah, my hand was also really broken. I had Soulland, Petal, Show and Tell, Emrakul in the opener, and also a Daze and land. And the Ponder found Force of Will, Daze, and a Sneak Attack. So
whoa, Jesus, yeah, that's quite good.
That's relevant, but it was also nice to have, like, in case you were going for a slower game plan with United Agent and stuff, then I could kill your creatures immediately.
Yeah,
if
for
I
sure.
got the time to set up my land drops and then.
That was a pretty good hand. That was a pretty good hand indeed. Right, let's quickly watch the chat. Hello everyone, a lot of people joining here, so that's great. ASAP Ferg, do I play Legacy in person? I actually always play Legacy in person. I've only started playing Magic Online, I think 2 years ago, but I played a lot of Legacy before that one, and I love playing Legacy in real life much more than I like playing it on Magic Online. Don't get me wrong, I'm very glad that I can still play Magic, but I'm actually best known for playing it. If you want to know my latest results, just before the lockdown last year, I won the Magic Art Market tournament in Paris with Infect. So if you scroll down and you check my panels, you can find the tournament report, you can find some YouTube content, because the matches were filmed, so check it out if you're interested. ASAP Ferg. Uri, thanks man, cheers, appreciate it. Hey Will, glad to have you here. And thanks Nathan, yeah, this is my nice room, enjoy it, because starting next stream, I have my stream room ready, so I should have a fully adapted new room. So yeah, great to have that one. Let's see, Patrick, what do you think? Play another one, or do you want to discuss the decks a bit first? What do you say?
We can discuss a bit first, but
nice. Let's see. For the discussion part, guys, let me know again if because there are more people right here now. Is the volume good? Can you hear me just as fine as you can hear Patrick? If not, I can change the volumes a bit. So let me know. Patrick won the first match too. So currently not doing very well. Despite the fact that I said that Infect had a favorable matchup against Show and Tell, I'm getting destroyed here. So just to show you that statistics and opinions are, just don't mean anything. But Orim's great, so Patrick's great. So maybe that's the issue. Let's see. Orim is a bit too quiet. Let me increase the volume just a bit. There you go.
okay.
Don't know if you can increase the volume as well, Patrick, because I've got you maxed out right now, and I've got myself turned down, so I can't I can't put you any louder over here.
I think I've got my mic also.
You've got your mic on max? Okay, then I'm going to, let's see, decrease my volume a bit again. There you go. And now people can just turn up the volume again, so we should be the same level. Right.
Okay.
Let's discuss the decks. Do you want to start, Patrick, or do you want me to start?
I can start.
Oh, right, great.
So maybe can the viewers see the deck list?
Yeah, I have the deck list open on my screen, and they can also see the pop-up on the left side of the screen. They will see the Cardboard Live app, and they can hover over a card and see what it does. But I have both, so they will see everything.
So obviously, right after the bannings, we have seen that JPA did well with Spell Pierces again, which is like the more traditional build. Before Dreadhorde Arcanist, it was how you build Sneak and Show. But then with Dreadhorde Arcanist, when you wanted to be faster, you added Dazes, in which you have seen that you can punish people for tapping out very early, like tapping out on turn 2. You can punish that. The tapping out on turn 2 should be pretty safe in a normal format, I would say, but not against this deck.
And I can relate.
That's pretty, I think that's pretty strong. And also you have Spirit Guides that makes it even easier to combo on turn 2. And yeah, so that's why I like this list. Like, it can win the game very early in the game when people don't have all their protection up yet. The only problem is, of course, if the game goes longer, when your first combo fails, then your dazes become a lot worse. But that's not too bad, because you can still jam your sneak attacks and show attacks without protection later, and that should work too. So you also only have 3 Emrakuls, but for Chrysoprint, because of course Chrysoprint is much better than Emrakul. And lately you might think that that's changed, because Fire Preacher and also Death and Taxes have started playing creatures that stop you from drawing cards, which is pretty annoying. Like when you show and tell a Chrysoprint into play and then you can't draw cards, that's a pretty big disaster.
Yeah. Then you
pretty
just
much
have a
do it.
7/7.
Yeah, and that's like the biggest problem for this build, because you don't even have Cunning Wish and stuff, but also Cunning Wish and Omniscience is pretty bad on Sneak and Show. I think you can just play a different combo deck if that's the problem, that you can't draw cards with your Griselbrand. Instead of adding bad cards like Omniscience and Cunning Wish, you could just play, like, I don't know, maybe Infect or something like that.
Always a good choice.
Yeah, and also the sideboard, Progenitors is pretty nice in this build, because of course you try to combo as early as possible, and a very early Progenitors can win against a lot of non-blue decks. They can't interact with it and stuff. The problem against some non-blue decks is that they start having a lot of annoying permanents in play after turn 4 or something like that. So Griselbrand and Emrakul look kind of embarrassing, so instead of that you just jam a Progenitors. It can't even get hit by Caracas. Yeah. Only 2 answers for Snaring Bridge might be a question. And the answer is that you draw those with Griselbrand. You show and tell Griselbrand, and then you draw your braids, then it should work.
A braid is like a catch-all. It's always a good card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But also, I don't think that I want to destroy creatures that often. Like, I don't bring in a braid against Death and Taxes sometimes even. And
yeah, and I want to talk about that a bit more, because I've seen that we discussed this a couple of minutes ago, but there are more people here now, so maybe we can touch upon this again. I asked you, so how do you sideboard? And you said, against Infect, I only bring in 2 Pyroclasm, cutting 1 Preordain, 1 Sneak Attack. That's it. And you do not think that playing a braid is worth it. And I see a lot of sneaky show players. They bring it in against Infect. They bring in a Braids. They also bring in Pyroblasts, Red Elemental Blasts, and you say no, it's not worth it. Can you explain maybe why against creature decks you don't want to bring in a Braids?
Basically, you want to ignore the creatures by having a bigger creature in play. And also, bringing in a braid against a creature deck might just be because you think they play creatures, you want to destroy them. But in reality, it's more important to think about your game plan, and your game plan is still to jam, show and tell, and sneak attack as early as possible. And if the creatures don't disrupt your plan of jamming, show and tell, and sneak attack, then why would you bring in a braid? Why would you want to destroy them when they don't really matter? So, and that's why I also said that Pyroclasm is not really that great, but against Infect, when there are multiple creatures, it can give you a lot of time, but a braid doesn't give you a lot of time. And the strength of Pyroclasm is also if you have, for example, a Noble and an Infect creature in play, then and Pyroclasm resolves, then that also makes your Daces better to resolve your sneak attack later or something like that.
Yeah, makes sense. So to summarize, and we said it's been the past before, is you don't want to prevent me from winning, you want to win yourself. That's the idea why you don't bring in the Abrades, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of simplifying, but I think it's that's what works. Like, you can also think that Daze isn't that great against the Noble Hierarch deck, but it has worked out pretty well in the games.
Yeah, exactly. In the games we've played, Daze has been amazing. It's a really good card. I can't really play around it too well, but yeah, I have to as well. So it's difficult. It makes for difficult decisions on my end. But yeah, same goes for me. If I can Daze like a show and tell, that's always good. So because then you need a force will usually as well, which isn't always guaranteed. So yeah, interesting stuff. Let's see. Maybe we should play another one. What do you say, Patrick?
Yeah, we have time for another one.
I'm gonna try and win at least one. Let's see if I can make that work. I've said this in the past. I actually think that this is a good matchup for Infect, although I'm 0-4 right now, so what do I know? Let's see. Who started last time? Did I start? Did you start?
Last match I was on the play.
Okay, then I'm on the play right now. Okay, good. Win the die roll. Pretty important this matchup too. So yes, I would like to play first.
Yeah.
My opening hands are pretty hilarious too. I mean, yeah, I'll keep.
I keep too.
I should probably take a screenshot and send it to you afterwards because my hand. Okay, I can just tell you, my hand is pretty hilarious. I'll tell you after the game what I had.
It's also nice that I can just fetch for duels and start cantripping without worrying about stifle or something like that for Wasteland, because I know that I'm not against Structera.
Right, indeed, I'm not playing Wasteland.
Yeah.
In my build anymore.
Okay.
So weird start here on my end.
Yeah. Not doing anything.
Exactly. But this does signal that I have something going on. So my guess is that maybe you have show and tell, but you want to wait a turn. I'm not sure, of course, but possible. Let's brainstorm in a turn.
That's okay.
Fetch. I'm gonna get Savannah, so I have all my colors. Okay. Huh.
Okay.
So I have two options. I think I want to play this one.
Okay. That's scary, but not too much that I can do about that.
Yeah, Nathan, exactly. That's why I played this way.
Huh.
Would have preferred to find that elf sooner, but I guess it's okay. Right, important turn here. Let's see what happens.
Yup.
Fetch.
Okay.
Another one. So maybe sneak attack. Show and tell. Okay.
Oh. Okay. That resolved.
No, not Emrakul. Yeah. I'm dead.
Okay, what was your hand?
I'll show you my hand. It was pretty hilarious. So my opening hand was triple invigorate, brainstorm, 3 lands.
Oof.
Maybe I should have mulliganed, but I had a brainstorm in there, so I was thinking that if I find a threat, turn 2 a threat, that means turn 3 is definitely going to be a win. So I thought maybe it was good enough, but the brainstorm. Well, I drew another land for the turn, and then I was like, I'm going to brainstorm now, but didn't want to. I don't know. Let's get to sideboarding.
Yeah, Invigorate is definitely your best card.
Yeah, for sure.
Invigorate and Schuster, and maybe Flusterstorm or something.
Flusterstorm is definitely a good one. My bad cards are definitely Inkmoth, Nexus, and Vines. They're just too slow. That's an easy sideboarding out.
Yeah. Yeah, the good thing about Sneak and Show is that it doesn't have bad cards. It just has 60 cards that try to put a big creature into play. So
yeah, just get him dead. That's a
yeah.
deck. Okay, so sideboarding didn't change anything. Pretty happy with my sideboarding. I would like to play first.
Was what was it again? 2 days as a brainstorm in the Crystal brand. Yeah, I think I didn't even have the sneak attack in the opener, but I keep those.
But you had Brainstorm, so that's what we basically both did. Brainstorm is a card that if your hand is good but misses one thing and you have Brainstorm, you just keep, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get punished for the Brainstorm, but I mean it happens. You have to accept that. I think I'm gonna Brainstorm first here. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
So what do we put up on top again? I think I want to put these two back, and let's pass.
Oh, okay. Just
Good attack with Noble, but honestly, life total is not very relevant in this matchup.
yeah, that's true.
Brainstorm, okay.
Okay.
Do I want to have the card on top? Is the question. I think I do. Keep in mind, I know that Patrick is playing Days, so I want to play around it the best I can. No, I want to play like this.
Okay, that's fine.
And let's pass.
Okay.
And there we have the Pyroclasm. So I definitely want to prevent that from happening. Let's see. I'm gonna fetch. I think it's Savannah. But this may be a bit weird, but I'm actually gonna start with the Veil of Summer.
Okay.
And now I'm going to Flusterstorm. I just do this because I want to increase the storm count, because keep in mind that Patrick has 1 colorless mana left. And I want to play it like this so I know that at least my creatures survive. And if he does have a Daze or something like that, it doesn't even work because Flusterstorm can't be counted anymore. It's a bit weird, but I have to do this. Otherwise I think there's a bit too much of a blowout here if I don't do it. Oh, okay. Jesus. Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say? That was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know I don't bring in Braid, so
that's true.
this Ignite Nexus could just win here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but this means that you don't have any interaction, or you can't have any interaction. So okay.
Yeah, I could have had a counter spell, but nah, my hand.
It was unlikely. Double Pyroclasm and then still have the win and Force of Will. It was unlikely. And again, even if you had it, I still had to do this. It's not like my hand was much left anyway. So if you have it, you probably should just go for it against this matchup. Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, when I saw that Inkmoth Nexus, I knew that the Pyroclasm, even if it looked good, it wasn't really winning the game there. Oh.
Indeed. Let's quickly watch the chat because I've been ignoring you guys. Nathan, yes, if you would still like to, I would still like to have you on the show, man, if that's fine by you. Force of Vigor can't be correct. Force of Vigor isn't great. Don't get me wrong. It's not a great card in a matchup, but it's a way how I can get rid of sneak attack once it resolves. And it happens that sometimes you just let sneak attack resolve and then you destroy it, and that can be a blowout if you time it correctly. But I have a lot of medium cards in the matchup anyway, so that's why I bring in Force of Vigor. But it's the worst of the sideboard cards that come in. That's definitely true. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan as well.
Huh.
I don't know, man. My hands. Jesus, Patrick, what's happening? I have Force of Vigor and 6 lands.
Oh no.
That's an easy mulligan. Okay, I guess this is a keep. Let's put this and this back and done. Nathan, yeah, we did schedule you in already. I have, if you check your Twitter account, I have a link to the schedule, but and check it out. But no spoilers of the names, of course, because I don't want to know. Don't want everyone to know who's coming next. Okay, I guess for a mulligan to 5, I can't complain. This hand's okay. Let's fetch, and then play the noble pass.
Okay.
And the turn brainstorm. But I guess that's something that your deck does a lot, right?
Especially when you draw a lot of brainstorms.
Yeah. If you have more than enough cantrips, why not just fire them off whenever you can?
Yeah. You gotta use your mana.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Hmm.
Okay, shuffle with the ponder. That's a good sign for me.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Unexpected, but that's of course a good sign for on my end. So no land drop, and I have my elf, so that's good. Since you haven't played a land, I will just fire off this daze. I want to prevent you from finding the stuff that you need. You have the spirit guide. Okay, that means I'm gonna spell pierce. It's a bit risky because if you now play a land, it's possible that I'd feel horrible, but I think it's worth it to just try and prevent you from finding lands because you don't play that many. So if I can get rid of your cantrips, this could be good. It worked out here, so I have follow-ups of library, so that's good. Let's just slam in and see what happens. Nathan, that's fine, man. Let me know. Okay, brainstorm. So a lot of cantrips. Not too many lands. The cantrip. Okay. So I'm going to be super aggressive with the silver library. I'll probably take every single card that I find, whatever it is. Life total is irrelevant here. If I get another turn, that is.
Okay.
So, as I said, just take everything, fire off Invigorate straight away. There's no reason to keep this in your hand at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's gonna be it. But that means I just have to attack next turn, and I win. So I need to, if I untap, we're good.
Well, let's hope that that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and prevent you from resolving show and tell.
That's unlucky.
So how can I still lose here? Have you played land? You have. So that means...
Yeah, I don't have odds here.
I don't think so, right? You could technically have another Lotus Petal, but then you... No, I don't think you have outs. But I'm still going to try and prevent you from
You had
finding...
another. Yeah, okay, then that was over. Because I have a daze in hand, and I didn't want to preordain first. Play around only Spell Pierce or only Flusterstorm. Otherwise, to play around only Force of Will, I could have preordained for a Force of Will first.
Yeah.
And also I could have played out a City of Traitors much earlier, because I had 2 in hand, but it wasn't really doing much except protecting my cantrips from soft counters, and I don't think that's really worth it.
No, makes sense. I think this is typically a game that how Infect wants to approach the matchup. We want to... for Infect, typically, the most important thing is you want to play a threat, and then you just don't want to do anything anymore. You want to just untap and attack with a threat each time. Make the show and tell player act first. Unless, of course, you have the combo, then you just try and get him. But this was a game where I was able to set up, and then if I can sit back in my chair, that's for me it's a good position, because where the weakness of Infect is that we rely on a creature to win the game, but it could also be a strength in certain points, and this was a situation where this was the case, where I have my threat, I don't have to go all in, I can just sit back and prevent you from resolving a show and tell, etc., and then just attack, and just attacking with 2 Infect each turn. This is that ends the game pretty quickly. But well, if you have a show and tell resolves, that I still lose. So
my problem there was that I just didn't do anything.
Yeah, you didn't find the land, and then I do think that it was correct for me to try and daze and spell pierce your cantrip. How do you feel about that? Do you agree, or?
I think it's close, because of course the soft counters are pretty good against the payoff spells too, but also Brainstorm, of course, can really change the hand. So maybe the hand after the Brainstorm can beat the soft counters by having like the perfect hand.
Yeah, especially and because I was gonna play Silver Library too, I was gonna tap out, so I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to cast Spell Pierce. So that's another reason why maybe it was a bit safer to do so, right?
Yeah, then it's great to use your mana when you.
We agree on that one. Use your mana, right?
Yeah,
it's always good. Yeah, excellent game so far. Let's watch the chat. Hey Lynn, Chalice, welcome. I don't know if I thanked you guys already. Mats Ole, Bomb Track, Durine Whitecats, thanks for the follows, guys. Cheers, appreciate it a lot. Okay, no questions just yet. Keep in mind if you have any questions for me or for Patrick, just spam them. We're always happy to answer them for you. What do you say, Patrick? One more? As soon as you have to go, let me know.
Yeah, let's give you a chance to even up.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Juicebox, welcome, man. But funny, a lot of people. I've noticed that a lot of people watch my streams while they are working. That's that's pretty awesome.
Okay, now I'm on the play again.
Yes. This hand. I don't think I can keep this. I'm gonna mulligan. Maybe I'm gonna ask you, Pat. What do you think? I think this is a mulligan. So I have 4 lands: Noble, Agent, Library. That's not keepable, right?
Ooh. I would maybe keep, because you would keep that hand with 3 lands. I don't know.
Yeah, but this means that if you have turn 1, I'm not going to do anything. Turn 2, I'm going to play Civil Library, and that means I need to survive to turn 3 without you doing anything.
Yeah, kill him, Mulligan.
I think so, yeah. I think I'm going to be dead. Very, very dead if I keep this. So I'm going to say Mulligan. Yeah, this is much better. I'm going to keep.
Okay.
Yep, done. I'm going to try and prevent death. Always a good idea. Oh, that's an interesting draw.
Okay.
Does this change things for me? I think it does. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play my best turn 1 threat. No reason not to. Days. Okay. At least I'm not going to be dead next turn. It's something. And now you're just going to kill me, right? Okay. Not yet.
Oh, I wouldn't. Days if I had it.
That's true. Okay, so this was fine. I was kind of hoping that you would daze this because I have Nexus and Noble left anyway. That means I kind of steal the play from you by doing this.
Yeah.
You still have 7 cards, so.
I guess I brainstorm, yeah.
Brainstorm. Okay. Resolves.
Okay. Oh.
Not a good brainstorm?
No, it's good, but it's very interesting.
That's always the correct term. It's interesting. Okay, fetch land. Let's see what
Maybe
comes up.
one.
Wander. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to slam in. There you go.
Okay, that's it.
Die for 2, and that will be it.
Oh. That's fine.
Show and tell. Okay.
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 Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's draw some cards.
Never a bad thing.
That's enough cards. For now.
Let's jam this Nexus.
okay. Recombinants, maybe?
Interesting spot here. Yeah, I think it's best if I just do this. Indeed, I'm gonna play Become Immense.
Okay.
I want to get rid of Grizzlebrand. I think that's the only way I can get lucky and steal the game.
Just draw some cards again. Oh. I mean, who needs Grizzlebrand?
Yeah, that probably means I'm still dead.
Huh. Maybe I should have countered that.
Sneak attack, okay.
Yeah. I think there was no reason to.
Technically, it's not game over just yet.
But there will be a clock.
Damn!
Simian Spirit Guide is just too good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm dead. Even if I find a threat next to it, doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's actually unreal how often it matters that it's a creature.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like it serves a lot of purposes. Sometimes you can just kill him with a creature. That's a 2/2. It's good enough. Let's see. Maybe I wanna definitely cut Nexus. Maybe I wanna trim down one Force of Vigor. Let's see. How happy have I been with Teferi? Hasn't done anything on the plane. I think I'm gonna cut one of them. Gonna try and sideboard a little bit differently and see how that turns out.
The best case is just jamming it turn 2 on the play.
Yeah, then it's really good.
Yeah, because then I have to do something. Maybe days with my one land, then I'm just so far behind and probably can't resolve a sneak attack that game.
On the play currently I've always kept 2. I want to see if I can keep 1. See how that turns out.
That's basically also the reason because why I bought out one sneak attack pretty often. Because sometimes you just don't have time to cast it, and for sure not the second one in your hand.
Definitely true. Kevin asks you, Patrick, why you are not playing Omniscience.
Because it's bad.
I love that answer.
The plan is to be fast enough so the 2 creatures are good enough. Like they are good enough against most decks. Then there are some decks that can answer one big creature, maybe with a Caracas or something like that. But you play more mana, like Simian Spirit Guide, so you can play through a Caracas, for example, and yeah, so basically the Simian Spirit Guides in combination with Sneak Attack are your Omniscience. You don't need Omniscience.
So to summarize, you don't need it.
Yeah. And also you don't want it because it's very clunky. Doesn't do anything when you have a sneak attack hand and don't have show and tell.
Makes sense. This is gonna be a weird game. Looking at my hand, this is a very weird brainstorm.
Huh. Yeah. Then. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Right, let's see.
I can play that game where you just pass and don't use your mana.
Yeah, we both have like the turn where we try to go for it.
I mean, I know I have 2 turns because you
Yeah, that's true.
resolve a creature first, so I can...
That's true. You can play this game better than me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna fetch. I don't want the cards on top. I don't like how easy that Force of Will got to resolve. That probably means you have another one. If I had a creature, you probably would have fought back. That's my guess, but that feels to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a threat. Let's put the pressure on.
Huh. Yeah, okay, now the pressure is on.
Yeah, that changes things.
Huh. Now, good question. This one?
Okay, so how do I want to fight over this? I can play it safe, or I can play it aggressive. Let's see, have you played a land this turn? Not yet. That's important for me to know. I think I want to play it safe.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's just brainstorm. Maybe.
Let's see, Kevin asked me a question. Are you down on crop rotation when you have the white splash? No, it's not always the case. I just feel like Wasteland isn't good anymore in the recent meta. It's just how it feels to me. When you play a white splash, the main reason you play Wasteland is to deal with decks like Dark Depths, but you have Swords to Plowshares now, so you don't need Karakas in that matchup anymore. Sorry, Karakas, I mean Karakas and Wasteland, of course. And why would I like crop rotation is to play like the one-off Wasteland, but Wasteland's good against lands as well. And you don't see lands all that often. You also don't need the Wasteland to win against lands. So I just feel like there are just a few matchups where Wasteland is still very good, and a lot more matches where I don't actually want the card. And I've tried cutting the Wasteland. I haven't regretted it ever since. So that's why I'm playing it the way I am right now. So Storm is 2, which means I can Fluster Storm this.
Okay. Well, this game is awkward.
Yeah, this is a really weird game. So I know at least both Pyroclasms are gone. So that's not something I have to worry about. But I could just be dead here.
Maybe this is wrong, but yeah, my hand is pretty weird. Or has been pretty weird the whole game.
This is pretty weird on my side. I'm going to Force Will this. Because if I daze, I'd feel horrible if you just have the Spirit Guide. So I just want to daze. I just don't want to daze in case you have the Spirit Guide. I'd feel horrible. So I know Pyroclasms are gone, so this means I'm just gonna make you win next turn or lose.
Oh no. Yeah. Huh. No. Okay, that's lucky. Needed to hit the soul and there. And now I need to hit. Or I could have blocked. Oh, yeah, I could have blocked. Okay, it's good. Okay, it's fine. Never punished. That was weird because my hand had all the threats, no counter spells, and also enough mana to cast the threats, but not quite enough mana. I always had 2 sneak attacks in hand and stuff. And
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, unfortunate on my end, but I think we did play it correctly. But just too many show and tell effects that I had to beat through on that specific point.
Yeah, I also had 3 brainstorms, and I could have switched the numbers a bit with some mana, some cantrips and stuff. So maybe I could have jammed a show and tell and a pyroclasm in the same turn better while playing around days. I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been difficult
Like,
for me, of course.
It was always a bit weird that I could have gone double threat, but then my second threat gets hit by days, and that's really bad when I already had good mana. Like I had enough mana that I probably shouldn't play into days at any point in the game. And I got lucky that you respected the Simian Spirit Guide enough. So
Yeah, I think I had to play it like that. Imagine if I daze and you play Simic Guide and I die with a Force Will in hand. That's just no. I also knew that I didn't have another blue card coming, so I knew that the Force Will would have been useless anyway.
okay, yeah.
And I also knew that I would have either won or lost the next turn. So no reason for me not to play like that.
Yeah, of course. Then it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. Let's see. CW McGraw and Tepe023. Thanks for the follows. Cheers, appreciated, guys. Yeah, great games. Despite the fact that I've lost many of them, I do feel that a lot of the times we had a lot of situations where if I don't win this turn, you will win the turn afterwards. And that's typically how Show and Tell vs Infect goes a lot of the times.
Yeah, and I think Sneak and Show is a little bit better equipped for that because my threats win the game immediately, and yeah. But I guess we can agree to disagree, and also Daze is a big reason why.
Yeah, that's true. Daze is a very important card in the matchup. Yeah, it's funny. I've had this a lot where, depending on who you ask, how do you feel about the matchup? Yeah, it does change a lot because. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, yours has some dead cards, I would say. Like Teferi is pretty bad, and Vines, 3 Vines. I don't know, is that normal or the standard to play 3 Vines and not more scale ups, for example, because obviously scale up is much better in this matchup.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. You play at least 2, and mostly you play 3. That was before Scale Up was printed, but I haven't seen a single Infect list in Legacy that plays more than 1 Scale Up just yet. I don't think that's what you want to be doing, because Scale Up is a sorcery, so it's good against combo decks, but against every other deck, you don't want to be you don't want to be overloading too much on sorceries, because you like attacking in combat and doing combat tricks. So Scale Up is good in combo, but not in a lot of other matches.
And also maybe it would be better if you had more ponders instead. more slower cards.
Yeah, I played double Sylvan Library instead of triple Ponders. That's a choice. My deck list is based to deal with control, because I have like my win rates, I keep them in an Excel sheet, and my win rate against control is the lowest, which is typically, for Infect, always the case. You have to win against control. That's your most difficult matchups. So my deck is tuned to have a higher win rate against that. And Infect is generally good against combo, and yeah, my win rate against sneak attack is pretty high, honestly. But it just shows you that that even though you have win rates, yeah, sure, win rates is a thing, but even though a matchup is good or bad, you can still win or lose regardless of this. So a matchup always has to be played. And that's why I always tell people, don't worry about how good or bad a matchup is. Just play the game and see how it turns out, because you can win every single matchup. So don't feel bad beforehand or good beforehand. You have to see how it develops. That's how I always feel, at least.
Yeah, that's also true for Sneak and Show. You can win and lose every matchup. Sometimes
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
a perfect draw where you have one of each, one counter spell, one threat, one creature, and one fast mana, and everything is nice. And sometimes you top deck 4 lands or your third Grizzlebrand.
Yeah, that feels bad. I can imagine. If you could bring them all into play at the same time and not have them die, that would be sweet, right?
Yeah. But also, it happens more often than you would think, that you have the good draws, and that's also why I think that the deck is really strong.
Yeah, just get them. That's definitely what the deck shines at. Let's see, any questions from the chat? Nathan. Okay, let's see. Nathan says he thinks Sneak is favored against me, and he thinks that Blue-White Omni is favored against you, but Blue-Green should be much easier. Oh wow, I actually think the complete opposite. I feel like Blue-Green is the most difficult one, and Blue-Red is the most the best one for Infect. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Thing is, there's a big difference. That's definitely true. It's always based on the players. That's always true. Always true. I don't think that it's easy to. That's why I always say there's no such thing as a defined percentage of win rates, etc. Because there's no such thing as, if you say that the win rate of this deck versus that deck is so many percentage points, that doesn't make any sense, because every player is different. And that's definitely a thing. Don't know if you agree with me on that one, Patrick, but that's how it feels to me, at least.
Yeah, but also I think it's true that some matchups are easier than others.
That is 100% correct. What's your easiest matchup, and what do you feel like is the best matchup for Sneak and Show?
I mean, there are some pretty easy ones. Like, I would say some non-blue deck, like, there are some really easy ones if you also count 4-color Loam as a deck, but that one is not really.
I take it you don't count it as a deck. How's Death and Taxes?
It's pretty close. I think yeah, I think it's. I'm not sure, because sometimes my opponents punt a lot, and then, but I win more than I lose, and I'm happy with that. Because my plan is, it's really stupid. I just hope to kill them before they can play their first hate bear or resolve their first hate bear. So I try to force it, and maybe have a sneak attack with a lot of mana, and maybe when I'm lucky I can pyroclasm their stuff, and then they don't follow up or have a force of will ready. And I don't know, it feels pretty stupid, because the matchup really comes down to the early curve.
Yeah, that's true. Aaron has a question for you. Aaron Relentless. He asks you, Patrick, how has the matchup versus elves changed since the printing of Shepherd, Allosaurus Shepherd?
It has become a lot more stupid.
I can imagine.
Because when that card hits the table, then basically there's no interaction happening in the game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So just hope to have a fast kill, and sometimes, which is even more stupid, is that I show and tell in a Chrysobrand and then I still lose. That's bad. But also I think it's pretty favored still, because I think Sneak and Show is still more consistent at getting a turn 2, turn 3 kill. And of course, Shepard doesn't really have text if you just want to goldfish. So maybe it makes it a bit harder to have a turn 3 kill if you also have a Shepherd. And yeah, post-board you also get Pyroclasms, which solves a lot of problems. Like when you show and tell in a Chrysobrand, then you can draw 14, and especially when you already have a petal in play or in hand, then you can just cast the Pyroclasm immediately, even if they show in a Shepherd. So yeah, it would be better if that card didn't exist, but I think it's still pretty good.
Yeah, card's busted, really is.
Closer than so maybe some people think that Sneak and Show should destroy elves, but it's obviously a lot closer, because both are still pretty fast combo decks. Like elves also has turn 2 kill or turn 3 kill pretty often, and sometimes I keep pretty slow hands that just can't trip a lot, and then I die on turn 2 or turn 3 because I didn't find a force, obviously. Shepard stops force of will and Davis.
Yeah,
too.
that happens. I've got another question for you, Patrick. Nathan asks, is Sneak still better than Omni in his opinion? So what do you think? I know they are different decks and have different favorable matchups, but who is better overall? Also, how is the Blue-Red Delver matchup for you and Rug Delver? So basically 2 questions. How do you feel about Blue-Red Delver and Rug Delver? And do you feel like Sneak is better than Omni?
I think that Sneak and Show is better than Omni, basically because it's better against the fast decks. And I think the fast decks are also the better decks in the format. So it's good to be better against the better decks, I think. And that's just my opinion. And also, I think it's more fun to kill early. Not
Yeah, fun is definitely an important reason to play a certain deck.
And also against Delver and against Blue-Red Delver, the Daces have a lot again. So I think slightly favored depending on their sideboard, maybe. So can often happen post-board that they play one card that you didn't expect, like maybe a Hydroblast that counters your sneak attack out of nowhere or destroys it, and then you lose. That sucks. Yeah, but if they don't find some weird card, I feel slightly favored.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds good.
Yeah, so you just daze when they tap out for a creature.
In summary, I can say that Daze is definitely you are very set on Daze, right? You don't think that you should play Spell Pierce over Daze. That's something that you've voiced clearly, and at least in this matchup, that has shown to be true. Because
I think Daze is really good against blue decks, because it's very very good against counter spells. Because especially early in the game, because early in the game everyone feels safe and wants to tap out for something, maybe for a meddling mage or whatever. Maybe meddling mage is a bad example because that just names joint if you let it. But Deus is bad against early stuff that you have to counter, like against Chalice of the Void. You can counter. That's nice, but you also have to return a land to your hand, and then it's basically a time warp for the opponent. The chalice that they cast for only one land, the ancient tomb, and that's really bad. Then your sneak attack comes down on turn 5, and that's just too slow in a lot of games. So Spell Pierce would be better if you're on the play, of course. On the draw, there's not really a better answer other than Force of Will. Of course, on the draw you can't also daze on their turn 1, but maybe on turn 2, but also... Yeah, basically, you don't want to daze stuff before your combo turn.
Makes sense. I've got another question for you. Suddenly the questions are coming, Patrick. They all want to hear from you. So Iran asks you, did you ever survive a grindstone/painter activation because of Progenitus, or has that never come up?
I also play Emrakul, so...
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
But maybe because of Tormod script, because you can't Tormod script Progenitus, that's interesting. Because Progenitus happens instantly. Yeah, and Emrakul has a trigger that you can respond to.
And
so
that's not the case for Progenitus.
Maybe I could board in one Progenitus in that matchup. Could not be terrible, but also the stuff that I lose the most to in that matchup is Ensnaring Bridge, because it's basically impossible to kill Ensnaring Bridge when they have any Goblin Vader or how the other one is called in play.
Yeah, you have double Abrade, but they can just bring it back.
Yeah, and the 2 Pyroclasms and 2 Abrades are not enough.
Good stuff. Let's see. Are there any more questions? Okay, doesn't look like it. Patrick, I really want to thank you for being here with us today. Is there any way how people can find you, or do you want to share some social media where they can find you, or don't you have any? If you want to give you a shout out for yourself, now's the time to do so.
So basically, I have a Twitter, which is called Orim67, but lately I haven't been too active there, and also you will mostly find Hearthstone stuff now.
Exactly.
Yeah, just in case. I'm not really planning to do much content creation just now, but maybe that changes.
Yeah, because you're not playing a lot of Magic anymore, right?
Yeah.
I just shared your Twitter in the chat, but I'm sure you're going to be back in the future for sure. That's a guarantee, I guess, because Magic is an addictive game. So at least in my experience, if you play it a bit less, then in the future you'll come back. But no pressure or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of people who miss you out there, Patrick. That's for sure. That's very clear.
Maybe when Modern Horizons 2 brings some busted cards that are interesting, then it might be interesting to try out Legacy again. But just now, it just feels like you're playing an old meta game. You have other old matchups, and I've played those enough.
Yeah,
I think
you don't need to play them even more.
Yeah, so Hearthstone just feels pressure for me, but Legacy is still great, and also some blue piles are looking pretty interesting with the new cards that have survived and are also pretty fair, but also which Sneak and Show should be good against these sweet new cards. Sneak and Show doesn't really care about a lot of those.
No, you just get them dead. That's Sneaky Show for you. Right.
Except
I know, Patrick, that you had to leave in time. So it's pretty early for me, so I'm going to continue streaming. But if you have to leave, feel free to say so, because I'm going to continue anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's almost time for you to leave because you said so, but I don't remember exactly. So is that true?
Yeah.
If so, no problem, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Bayern Munich against PSG.
Yeah, as for the Americans, it's soccer. The Europeans will know what it's all about. Patrick's a German, and it's a German team, so you're rooting for them. I'm hoping they win. I'm not very interested in football, but
I hope that PSG loses.
They're a French team, right?
Yeah.
Nice. At least I've got that correct. That's about my knowledge about football. I'm not really into football, unless there's like the World Championships or the European Championships, then for sure. But otherwise, not so much. Right. Patrick, thank you so much for being my guest today. People watching, usually I stop the stream, but it's so early. We scheduled the stream earlier, so I'm going to continue streaming for maybe an hour or something like that. So don't go away. But yeah, Patrick, thank you so very much. Orim67, check him out on Twitter. And this was a lot of fun. So I'm going to be playing Infect, of course, right now. But I want to say, yeah, bye-bye to Patrick. And yeah, if you ever want to talk about Sneak and Show again, who knows, maybe I can have Patrick in the future again, if you're up for it, of course.
Yes, of course.
Nice. That's...
thanks for having me. Have a nice stream.
Okay, for sure. Patrick, thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye, man. Cheers.
See ya.
Right, guys. So because we have been streaming so early right now, let's see where I live. It's only 7 o'clock. A bit later, honestly. It's 7:30, but it's so early, so I can continue streaming. So that's pretty nice. So let me pop up my deck list right now on the screen. This is my deck currently. So what I did is I've just swapped out double Great Sable Stag for double Uro. I've gotten questions about this for a lot. Let me quickly adjust my volume again so you can hear me better. I trimmed down my volume a bit when Patrick was here. There you go. Should be fixed. So this is deck list. I haven't been able to play a league in over 3 weeks because I'm moving. You can see it in the background. You can see my new bedroom, but I will have a streaming room set up, I think, in the next couple of days. So that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm going to be able to start streaming challenges as well. So pretty excited about that. Looking forward to it. So yeah, good stuff coming. Let's see. So Uro, change it for Great Sable Stag. Great Sable Stag is a great card, but I don't think that it's good for the meta anymore. I've started playing Great Sable Stag because I expected that the deck to beat was going to be Grixis Control. I thought that was going to be the best deck moving forward, and that just hasn't been the case, weirdly enough. So I felt that if you're playing against a lot of a different field, Uro is a card that's good against control and aggro, and that's something to be, yeah, that's a very good reason to play Uro, and I've been crushing Delvers with Uro lately. It's so hilarious because we can protect Uro so well and they can't really deal with it very, very good. So I've been seeing an uptick in Delver too. I expected the deck to be, well, not as popular anymore after bannings, but that has not proven to be true. I've played my first league today in about a week or 3, and I went 4-1, so that's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. Bookish Matt, Uro pitching to both forces is also good, yeah. Definitely, it pitches to Force of Vigor and Force of Will. What I love about Uro in Infect 2 is that we don't have to adjust our mana base. I think most decks, they really would want to play Uro, like control decks, but they have to squeeze in a source of mana that they really don't want to have. We are naturally green and blue, which means that we don't have to do a lot to be able to cast the card, and that's why I love playing it in Infect. And that's why I love brewing it out with it. So I'm going to start a league. I don't think that I'm going to be able to play all of 5 games of a league, but I think we should be able to play at least 2 or 3. I've updated my my deck list here in the Cardboard Live app, so if you click on the left side of the screen, you will no longer see Patrick's deck list. I've changed it so you will see my deck list right now. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask them, and I will be glad to answer them for you. So yeah, second league in about a week or 3, so pretty excited. Finally settling down a bit, gonna have my stream room ready soon, and then we're gonna be able to stream a lot more. But let's play some games, shall we? Also, now that I have a lot of people here, on Saturday I will be streaming, and the great Jeff Lynn will be my guest. GTL 005, he's the expert and creator of Espervile. He won the latest Pro 2 qualifier, the Legacy Pro 2 qualifier, with the deck as well, so he is one hell of a player. So let's see how I can perform against him. Espervile is a difficult matchup, so it's going to be tough, but it's going to be interesting. Looking forward to that. He's right over here. There he is. 12 trophies right now. I had Pokemoki on Monday, he has 29, that's insane. You just watch some analysis from him, he's great, right? I mean, he's just so insanely good. He's really a great player, I agree. Let me put on some music too. There you go. Yeah, what matchups do I want to see today? Again, if you want to have questions right now, just go ahead and yeah, spam them. I'm more than happy to answer any questions, but it's all about Infect right now. You don't have to ask me about anything else because, well, you can ask me about something else, but I'm not guaranteeing that I can actually answer them for you. Infect's more my kind of bag, as you probably guessed already. There you go. Very much based on probabilities instead of results. That's what you should always do. I think statistics are so important in a game of Magic because we rely on card draw, right? So probabilities and statistics are very important for us. That's a way how we can leverage a win based on statistics, and that's what I usually do as well. If you're not sure about what to do, try and calculate what is the highest win rate or what's the highest percentage to draw a card. Sometimes it will, it won't work because it's statistics are good, but they're still random, the card that you're gonna find. So, am I making any sense? I hope so. I'm also gonna be playing the Mana Trader series. Gonna try and get placements done for the Legacy series. Haven't played them yet, but I'm gonna try, of course. And next week, I probably won't have any guests because I have 3 guests this week. So that means that it's been busy. And I had a guest for next week who won't be able to make it. So, yeah. Meta is super interesting the last few days. What I love about the Mana Traders is because it's free, you get a lot of people who try Legacy for the first time. So you get a lot of variety of decks. And a lot of new players too, which is of course something that we have to support and like, because it's always good when there are newer players coming towards our format. That's always great. So I'm hoping that more and more people will start playing Legacy. That's nice. Have mercy on them. That's not something I can guarantee. If I can get a turn 2 kill, I'm gonna get him. That's always good. Hey Remy, welcome. Maybe I should update this. So let me quickly update my title. So there you go, done, because I no longer have Orim with me, of course. This hand is insane, dude, but it doesn't have lands. I'm gonna be honest. Lately, I haven't been feeling very lucky with my opening hands. Look at this. This is a pile of nothing. There's a keep. Let's get rid of this one. And this one too. So the only way I can win here is if I get lucky, being able to cast Noble turn 1, turn 2, library with Spell Pierce backup. Yeah, I just need to get lucky here, honestly. Yeah, Ocarina of Time, great game, dude. Good stuff. Okay, I think we're dead. Okay, it's possible that my opponent doesn't have anything else going on. And we have 3 mana, so who knows? Maybe I get lucky. Moonstompy. That deck has been returning. I think my opponent wanted to cast something and then realized that he played Trinisphere, so... it's possible that my opponent just messed up big time here. Yeah, okay. So he played Trinisphere, and currently it's only messing up his game plan, not mine. I always love when this happens, honestly. I'm just gonna play Noble, because if he has Blood Moon, I wanna have my mana. Do you have a way to deal with Peacekeeper? Not in the main. In the sideboard, of course, I play Swords to Plowshares, so... Oh man, I'm loving this. Look at this, my opponent, dude. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack every single turn now. Because... so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to attack, and I have mana available, so I can use Spell Pierce or Daze. Oh, dude. This is awesome. If I draw a land, I'm just going to play Sylvan Library and then pass. Then I still have... But I don't actually need Sylvan Library, so... Yeah, great. Your turn 1 Trinisphere is awesome. Good on you. Hope you like it. Nice. Yeah, with days open too. Ah, man. I'm gonna be honest. Winning like this is probably the best thing that can happen. It feels so good, you know. Your opponent tries to play a game where you don't get to play Magic, and what happens is they destroy their own game plan. Nice. Good game, good game. So next time I'm gonna Berserk and he's dead. Well, technically, his deck did what it wanted to do. It wants to prevent someone from playing Magic, and he succeeded in doing that. So let's just Moonstompy. Moonstompy has changed in such a way that right now they play a lot of creatures. Now I haven't seen a single creature in this build yet, but I am going to bring in like 2 swords because I have a lot of bad cards I want to take out. Like don't like vines. Usually have to protect my creatures. On a draw, Teferi is way too slow. I could see myself trimming down 1 Nexus, but probably vines, honestly. It's just too slow. Huh. Yeah, this was this was one hell of a game, dudes. When they kill themselves, that's the best way to kill. Yeah, this is a keep. Because I have Force of Vigor, if I draw a green card here, I should be good. Could come back to haunt me, but no. Against Moonstompy, if you can usually just Force of Vigor once, that's worth it. So I just need a green card, and then his hand is awesome. Play Blood Moon, and then I draw a green card, and then good stuff happening. Chalice, that's fine. I'm gonna draw green and then destroy Mox and Chalice. There you go. Easy, easy. I'm gonna do this in the upkeep, so my opponent doesn't have mana. There you go. So let's destroy these 2. Force of Vigor is underrated. Force of Vigor is bonkers, dude. It really is. It's possible that I just win on the spot here. My opponent has just... I've just 3-4-2'd. Nice. So let's get rid of that one. Yeah, I think I want a Daze. If he has the Spirit Guide, that sucks. But then at least I can still Spell Pierce. Yeah, there's the Spirit Guide. Sure. I can still Spell Pierce. And now I know that he has one card in hand, so... I adore Force of Vigor too. Force of Vigor is great. Okay. Draw a land too, so that's good. I'm going to play it in case he has a creature. So the best thing here would be land plus creature, and then I just swords on the creature. This is a difficult matchup too. Please do not have Blood Moon. That would be... Ugh. There we go. There we go, guys. That's it. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. So we were correct to bring in the swords. So let's just get rid of this. Bye-bye. Burden has 0 cards left. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's tropical. I'm gonna play Agent. Next turn I could possibly play Agent and Elf. Yeah, Force of Vigor, dude. It's such a good card against a lot of decks. Okay, draw the land too, so I'm gonna slam in with Blighted Agent. I'm gonna play Elf next. I want to keep another Agent for when he has Master Removal. I wouldn't say it's never a dead card, it depends on the matchup. Another Trinosphere, sure man. So he's not doing a lot. This is typically how the game goes against Moonstompy. If you're able to stop their first 2 spells, they rely on top decks. So I'm just gonna fetch. I want to trim the deck. If I draw a Brainstorm, no need to shuffle away bad cards. I just want to find a pump spell. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna Brainstorm now. I can't cast a spell anyway, so I want to Brainstorm at the end step, find pump spell, get him dead. Since I'm not streaming on my application when I have the song pop up, maybe it's interesting to play the game of what video game do you hear the sound of? This is a classic. So let me know, guys, who guesses the video game? Okay, so he wanted to cast a card but didn't. Probably means he has like Bone Crusher Giant and he wants to use it on one of my creatures. It's a bit quiet. I'll increase the volume then. No problem. Let's check. I'm gonna put it like this. So sensitive. There you go. Is that better? You should hear the music a bit more loudly. Okay, so we call this. This is such a bad decision by my opponent. He should not stomp right now, because what does this accomplish? I was digging for a pump spell. If I find a pump spell, he's still very dead. So this does not make any sense. But I mean, I'll take it. If he wants to give me a free win, I'm not complaining. So I'm just going to... This is what I mean. If I Invigorate now, and he just, in response, uses the Bone Crusher Giant, I can't do anything, because I can't play any more spells. So he messed up. But that's fine by me. Boom! Off to a great start against Moonstompy. 2-0, difficult matchup, so nice. Good for us. Let's see. This is Kalanka's Cavern from Banjo-Kazooie. Is the music fine, guys? I don't want it to be too loud, so let me know if it's too loud. That's not what I wanted to have. Nailed it, yeah man, you did. Okay. Let's see if we can get a quick 5-0. Who knows? If I'm going to have games like this, it's possible that I'm going to be able to end the league. That would be sweet. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. This hand is horrible because it doesn't have a... This is what I mean. I started by saying that my opening hands have been so bad on Magic Online, but it happens a lot. My opening hands are usually pretty bad on Magic Online. In real life, they're pretty good. Although I did mulligan to 5 and still won last game, so who knows. Anyway, let's stop complaining. Let's start playing. All I'm saying is, another reason why I prefer to play in real life over Magic Online. I don't trust the shuffler. I've said this before, I just don't trust the Magic Online shuffler, dude. Okay, I'm gonna kill my opponent next turn, if he doesn't kill me. I'm playing against Storm, so we'll see. I don't have any responses, so I can just yield. At least I'm assuming I'm playing against Storm, but then I saw it was Ancient Tomb, and that's stupid. I'm playing against a Karn deck, some kind of Karn deck. There you go. But he probably can't cast it, so I think he's dead. Really, really degenerate so far. I dig it. I dig it. I'm probably not going to be dead this turn, though. Yeah, exactly. I almost felt like I was the one casting the Trinisphere both games. Okay, so my opponent's actually just going to go nuts here. This is ridiculous. But yeah, what can I say? It happens. Anyway, let's just slam these down. Make him do that again. Yield. Him having access to double Lotus and getting the Ballista is disgusting. Not much I can do here. Just gonna wait. If he has the Echo of Eons now too, that's, I mean... I don't even know what to tell you guys. This is the complete nuts. But he's still dead if I get to untap. If I ever get to untap, that is. Funny thing, I won against this deck in a recent challenge because so what they do is they go infinite. They are 82% on this deck. I mean, yeah, sure. How many games? That's always important. So what my opponent did is he tried to win through the card that says that you mill after untapping, and so he went off, and I made him do it. He got to go off the entire game, and then he passed the turn, and I was like, okay, you're dead now, because what I did is I just let me quickly check. I can't... Is this still a forest? It is, right? So I still get to cast this, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to kill Karn here. Then... Oh, wait a minute. Can I still cast this? I'm missing something. Okay, yeah. I was almost thinking that there was a bug because I was like, I destroyed Karn, so I should be able to tap mana again, right? And it didn't work out that way, but it was just because Magazine Lattice makes everything a color that you can play as if you want, and that's why it was a bit messed up over there. Anyway, I'm just gonna add green. Then you have to click it again. I'll brainstorm now. Yeah, exactly, man. Bing bing, bookish Matt. Choose your player from Super Smash Bros. Right, so does he have another Karn? That's the question here. Yeah, I agree with you, man, Nathan. I don't think this deck is very good. But, I mean, yeah. It's rather new, so... You always choose Jigglypuff? Nah, man, I always choose Pikachu. That's my favorite character in Smash Bros. Yeah, he's hilarious. Dig it. It's not new, it's been in and out for a while. Okay, maybe this iteration? I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. Jigglypuff versus Pikachu. Okay, Walking Ballista, sure. Sure, go ahead. Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't think that this deck is very good. Okay, so Ballista probably gonna pew me. Still not the end of the world though. Nice. Drawing that Force Will is very good. Needed that. Let's see, I think I want to have Noble and Force. Because what I can do now is... Whoops, let's not mess this up, shall we? So I'm going to add green. I can, let's see. Now I'm going to animate. I'm going to slam in. Responsible, probably fire off Ballista, otherwise I can kill him on the spot. Possible that he doesn't. He does take the bait. Excellent. That's what I was hoping for. Which means I'm going to Vines. How awesome is this? We are going to maybe win through a Karn plus Mycosynth Lattice. That has... Yeah, I don't think I've ever been able to do this. That's pretty sweet. Force doesn't do anything with my... Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's colorless. Oh, you're right. That's my bad. You are 100% correct. Clearly missed that one. I haven't ever played a game of Magic that went on this long once Mycosynth Lattice hits the board. It's usually time to scoop, but I think we're maybe going to be able to win here. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Who recognizes this song? This is one of my favorite RPGs in the recent years. But it's not very popular, so I don't know if anyone knows the game. Thank you very much, Mr. Wrangleraz or Mrs. Wrangleraz. Thanks for the follow. Cheers, appreciate it. Deathmark, if I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you. Okay, so not very good here for me. Bad Echo of Eons. Yeah, exactly. Octopath. Octopath Traveler, indeed. My opponent concedes. Boom! We just won through Karn plus Mycosynth Lattice plus Echo of Eons twice. So, never surrender till it's over. So of course, I want these. Whoopsie. I want these. And then I just want Graveyard Hate. That's it. So what do I don't like? Nexus is a bit slow. This is a combo deck. I'm going to play against a combo deck. At least I'm going to approach it as it is. Bring in Cage, Surgical, and Rest in Peace. Not a big fan of Teferi, it's too slow. Again, I'm playing against a combo deck. So I am trimming down on this. And now I can either cut the Commence or Vines. And I think I want to trim down one Vine because it's the worst one. Yeah, I have the combination of Rest in Peace, Commence, but it's only a one-off, so I think it's fine. The ultimate in Durdle tech. This hand is excellent, and I'm actually thinking about keeping this against this deck. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. So this is weird. I'm keeping a hand without any mana, but my entire deck works. I have Force Pitch, Force Pitch, Force Pitch, so I can counter 3 spells. Against this deck, I don't need anything else, and this. This is maybe weird, but I'm hoping that he goes off and then just echoes. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, unfortunate. Don't draw anything. I'm gonna cut a Daze. As soon as I find the land, we are good to go. So probably just gonna counter Karn or Echo, and that's it. I bring in Surgicals because if you can Force a Will Karn and then Echo it. And then Surgical it, that's always hilarious. So there goes Khan, and now he's going to echo. I feel it. Okay, not yet. Okay, fortunate. No land just yet, but it's fine. My opponent has one card left, so this deck is so stupid. City of Traitors, yeah, go ahead, man. So what do you have for me left? Another Khan. So 0 cards for my opponent. He's done nothing. I've basically done nothing as well, but there you go. We are off to the races. This is what I mean. You don't always have to mulligan a 7 card opening hand without any mana. Always evaluate your hand. If it's good, it's good. You don't need mana in order for a hand to be good. Another Khan. That would be hilarious. Gonna counter it, of course. Gonna search for an artifact. He has to reveal though, so let's see what he gets. Probably Ballista. Thanks, Rax. Appreciate it, man. Mystic Forge. I'm gonna counter that one too. I think I'm gonna counter with a Brainstorm. Because that's one way how he can come back from this. Yeah, it sucks getting rid of the Brainstorm, but I just want to threat more. So, another 4. Okay, I'm still going to play the Agent. I think I have to. Did a similar thing to beat this deck, just 2 counter spells that were top deck mode. Yeah, and they don't top deck very well, unless he's like super lucky here. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is a blue card now, please. Ooh, this is a very good draw on our end. Play rest in peace. Boom. So very happy with that one. Good luck casting Echo over and over right now. So now I just want to draw a blue card and then I think we just win. Vines, that's fine too. I'm just going to fire it off straight away. Because I don't want him to Echo and get rid of my Vines. And now I just need to attack next turn and he's dead. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, let's see if we win. Boom! GG, 4-0. Yeah, I don't think that his deck's very good. We were gonna draw Spell Pierce too, so good stuff. Win. There you go. Nice. Maybe I will be able to just finish this league. That would be sweet. Yeah, boom! Headshot. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I've said it before. My stream room is almost done. I'm so excited to finally have my own stream room. I'm gonna set it up. It's gonna be awesome. It's not ready just yet, but it's coming. I promise. If you have any suggestions about what I should add to the stream room, feel free to tell me, dudes. I'm always happy to include your suggestions, etc. I said about Saturday already. Jeff Lynn's coming. Check that out, dudes. Jeff's an amazing player. He's going to crush me. I'm going to get beaten to death. But that's fine. Perfectly fine by me. Join the match. Yes, please. 2-0, the mighty Whizbit. That's fine. I'm going to keep. Yeah, I agree, Rocket Man. That was definitely an interesting keep, and this is why I talked about that keep a lot. I agree with you. I think that the average player would not keep it, and keeping that is not it's not something that you would generally enjoy doing. But if you know what you're up against, then it does make sense. And you saw the way my hand was set up, that, and especially because I knew what I was up against, then it did make a lot of sense. So it looks like I'm going to be playing against the same deck. It's weird. I've been seeing this deck pop up a lot lately. Am I playing against the same player? No. And I don't understand why. I don't think it's good. I have to counter defense grid, of course, because otherwise Force of Will is dead anyway. So this is the card that I won through last in a recent tournament. Let's Brainstorm. Let's kill him. Invigorate Berserk, please. Nope. I actually don't think I want Nexus here. So I'm just gonna attack. No, can't just yet. Yeah, we are playing a hugely degenerate league. What do you think? How did you feel about Patrick, by the way, guys? He is so knowledgeable. That was some good games for sure. Huh. My opponent mills Khan. He probably feels a little bit bad about that one. Okay, let's shuffle away the cards on top. No pump spells, so I don't want them. Another wish. Let's brainstorm. Shuffle away some bad cards. Okay, we've got one part of the combo. Do I still want days? 1, 2, 3. He can untap. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think days is worth it anymore. Do I want to have... So I think I want to brainstorm now. I think I want to try and kill him. I have the berserk already. So definitely get rid of one land. Then the question is what else? I don't think I need noble anymore. And days could like randomly be good. I'm gonna try and kill him. I think it's important here. We're actually chatting with him right now about Germany. That's that's pretty amazing. One of the recent leagues was 5 combo decks, but I'd take that any day because we are good against combo. Right, let's brainstorm, find, invigorate, get him dead. Huh, it's not invigorate unfortunately, so it's not dead just yet. Okay, so if he has echo, I want to draw these two. He's dead next turn, very dead. So not even going to bother playing noble. I'm just going to attack. Ooh. Oh, I think I kind of messed up here. Oh, yeah, I totally screwed with this one up very hard. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to mill my own Become Immense. I kind of forgot that this card was on the board. Okay, that's my bad. Let's see if we can still win though. So let's attack. Again, not going to play Noble because I want to have access to Spell Pierce. He's going to mill a bunch of stuff. Fencer Sphere, sure. $22 life. Luckily, I don't care about life totals. Mystic Forge. If I spell Pierce and days, he can pay, so nothing I can do about that. Crystal Thane. I can counter this. I think I wanna. I don't think Spell Pierce is gonna be good for long. Orb is a weird card. Honestly, it's my own fault. That was a stupid mistake by me. So yeah, if this was like a big challenge, I probably would have thought about it a bit longer. But I screw up in leagues all the time. If you've watched me stream, you know this already. I screw up all the time. Okay, so I mill all these good stuff cards, but if I just draw Pump Spell, he's still dead, so... Okay, no Pump Spell, unfortunately. So I decided to give my opponent one more shot at the game, you know, keep it fair. So is he going to be tapping Monolith? No. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4 mana available next turn. Very noble of you. I see what you did there, my man. I dig it. I dig it. He's thinking about what exactly? What? I don't know. Oh, Ibstone. I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly. Thanks for the follow, man. Cheers. Appreciate it. And this goes for everyone. If you're enjoying this content and haven't done so, smash that follow button. You'll get notified whenever I go online. And if you want to help me out even more to ensure that I continue to make and improve this content, smash that subscribe button. It really does help me out. But of course, no obligations whatsoever. You no longer recognize the music. You don't recognize this song? Huh. This is a song from one of my favorite video games ever, so yeah, we should continue playing the game of which video game is this sound coming from? Nope, not Chrono Trigger. 1, 2, 3, Opal, okay. Sure. Maybe 4. If he plays Khan and I can daze Khan, that would be sweet. And no, not Final Fantasy 6. It's funny that you guess Octopath, but you don't guess this one. Okay, untap. Sure, go ahead. Whatever. Mills Khan. Okay, untap. Probably going to infinitely untap here. I'm just going to quickly. Okay. What if I daze? He pays 1. That means he has 2 mana. He can 2 mana. Untap. Get 4. Okay, so daze doesn't do all that much here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say whatever. Oh, we're already down to the next video game right now. The last one was Final Fantasy 7. So yeah, what's this one? This is one of my favorite video game songs ever. Give us a hint. Which genre? About this one? My guess is that you're probably gonna know this one. Let's see. This song goes on for about 2 more minutes. So I'm gonna wait 1 minute. And then if you don't know the video game, I'll start giving you hints. This is an awesome song, dude. Awesome video game too, of course. It's not Donkey Kong Country, no, but you're close. I'm so bummed out that I screwed this game up myself. Should pay more attention, honestly. But when I'm playing leagues and I'm talking with you guys and just having fun and not paying that much attention, it's completely my own fault. Okay, let me give you a hint. It's a platformer. But it's not Donkey Kong Country. But it's close. No, not good enough? So, what other tip can I give you without spoiling too much? It's a platformer from the same video game publisher. It's a difficult one, it seems like. Reflex 2, thanks for the follow, man. Cheers, appreciate it. Hope to see you on a following stream as well. Conker's Bad Fur Day, no. Okay, last hint. It's a Mario game. So, 40 seconds remaining, and then you have to know. I can't tell you more than it's a Mario game. That's about as big of a hint as I can give you guys. Let's see if we're gonna die here. We're gonna play Echo for sure. It's not Yoshi's Island. No, not Yoshi's Island. Okay, fine. Tappy's dead. Ah! No one knows it. Damn. This was from Super Mario Sunshine. I love Super Mario Sunshine. Can't deny it. And tap all non-land permanents. Okay, sure. Haven't played that one yet. It's amazing. They've recreated it, I think, in on the Switch. You have the collection, yeah. The collection, great stuff, man. I haven't bought the collection because I just have all the originals. You're not untapping? Probably not, but I've won from this spot before, where my opponent just goes off and he forgets that he has to mill. That's how I won in a recent Legacy challenge. He went off, he had 3 cards in his graveyard, and then just forgot to cast Echo and passed the turn, which meant he he just messed up and he untapped and he was dead. Hey, my man, Jörg. I don't think I'm going to be able to play the PTQ tomorrow. Honestly, I haven't followed up the when all the PTQs, etc. Are going to be. So I haven't put them in my agenda, which means I didn't keep free time for this, and I'm not going to be able to play any of them, unfortunately. Not in recent weeks, at least. Is there a way how I can find these things? I'm so bad at this. Is there like a website where I can see all of the upcoming PTQs? So short answer, no. Not gonna be able to because my parents are coming over. Right, so let's see. What's my opponent gonna do? He has a lot of mana. If he has Ballista, I'm dead. Maybe I have time, so let me quickly search up an interesting game for you guys to guess. See if I can get a good one. Okay, one of my favorites. Everyone should know this one. It's one of my favorite Mario games. Maybe I said too much already. Anyway, it's a Mario game. One of my favorites. Starts on 4 PM. You quit working. Yeah, makes. If I had known before, I would be able to play it. It just wasn't. Right. So again, guys, guess the video game. Walking Ballista. So I'm dead. That's what I wanted to see. So this was on me. I completely messed up my my game plan because I forgot that Mesmeric Orb is a card. So I lost because of it, because I put Become Immense on top. Totally my own faults. I deserved that loss for sure. So let's see. Not good. Too slow. Too slow. Boom, submit. Don't let me get down here, guys. You have to know this video game. I would like to play first, thank you very much. Hands fine, let's keep. Play the drop. Yield. Mario 64 indeed. City Traitors. Sure. Battle. Okay. Monolith. Sure. Don't fight over mana spells against this deck. Ah. Damn. I want Elf now. Shit. Yeah, I don't need this many agents. I'm gonna put them like this. I can use Force because I know I have another agent incoming. So I'm gonna force whatever he does that I care about. Play agent. I'm hoping that he has that he plays Khan, and then I can force, and then I can surgical, and then he doesn't have a winning condition anymore. That would be nice. Yeah, Diadox indeed. My opponent's thinking. He probably has an issue where he has to play a land, but then get rid of city. What do you have for me, my friend? Bring it on. Do something. Maybe it's me, but I don't know. What can my opponent do in this spot? He's an all-in combo deck, right? So how many decisions could he have? He basically has to decide between which spell to play and if I have Force Will or not. That's what I think, at least. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen this deck all that often, so maybe this is a bit stupid on my end. It probably is. He most certainly will have more things to worry about, but... Okay, so he plays a land, sure. 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. That's 4. Okay, excellent. Let's force that one. During combat, get rid of it. I'd like to see your win conditions now, my friend. So he has fair times 2 and mono. Is there a win condition left? Maybe Ballista. Let's check the deck, shall we? So mana. Oh, he has this one. Can't. Sign of Urza. Not very threatening though. So basically Walking Ballista and Khan. Got all 4 right, okay. Nice. So let's fetch. And let's kill him next turn. So he can't play the Inventor's Fairs because he already has one. He has 2 of them in his hand, and he has a Monolith, so he doesn't have a lot going on. I screwed this up last time so much, dude. Why didn't I just pay more attention and then we had another 2-0? That would have been sweet. Right, fair, sure, go ahead. Just don't have Ballista, please. Then we're good to go. He top decked Mystic Forge too, that was pretty good. Probably one of the only cards that could have him a small chance. Mystic Forge, Khan, and Ballista. But if he has Ballista, I can still invigorate, save agents, return to nature the Mystic Forge, and we're still in the clear. Yep, he's dead. Nice. Again, why did I screw up last game? We were just so into the video game music that that's why. Let's get him. It is extremely fragile. That's definitely true. Okay, we win. And the worst part of it is, it also, if it goes off, it takes long to win. And that's frustrating for us. Nice. So we win that one. Again, this would have been a 2-0 if I didn't screw up last game. Because, fuck me. A gas cannon? Don't you mean glass cannon? I don't know, maybe... what is a gas cannon? Huh. I don't think this is a keep. If I had an infect threat in here... Ah, okay, that's... Okay, I get it. I dig it, Bookish Matt. Yeah, this is a mulligan, unfortunately. Ooh, this is... If this was tropical, this hand was insane, but I don't think I can keep this one. Yeah, this is a keep. I only need one of these. Definitely want Force of Vigor, so I think I'm going to cut Surgical here. Defense Grid. Okay, that sucks. Anything else than Defense Grid would have been good, because then I had Force of Figure. Yeah, this 5 has a plan, but this one makes it a lot more difficult for us. Khan, maybe? Mystic Forge. Yeah, sure. Hey, Irvin, welcome, my man. Force of Will. If I get to next turn, we should be good, because that... I will probably be guaranteed to draw land. I'm just gonna slam in here. Hope to get lucky. And not die. It's not necessarily lucky just yet. He only has 2 mana, 3 potentially if he sacks Vayne, so we are not dead just yet. I can yield. If I get to next turn, I like my odds. Best thing would be like land plus green plus random card, because then I can either force a will or force a figure, depending on what I need the most. If I can force a figure, probably get rid of grid plus forge. That would be sweet. Play Ballista and destroy Elf, I dare you. Don't play Khan. That's a Khan you can play. Yeah, sure. So this sucks because I don't have, I didn't find another land. But I am able to, if I attack Khan, I can invigorate. But then the construct, no, I think I just have to pass. At least I was able to shut down Aeons. We'll see. I really needed to hit a land. So, unlucky. But I screwed this up myself, so I kind of deserve this loss, honestly. I played like an idiot game 1. I deserve this loss. I need to revel in it. Let me quickly check. Oh yeah, by the way, guess the video game. Let me put it on again. Guess the video game, guys. What's the video game here? Kill the Fence Grid and construct using Vigor to kill them. I'm gonna try, but I need 4 mana to cast it in my own turn, or 3 mana to cast it in his turn. So it's possible that I'm just going to have to force a Vigor these 2, which I really do not want to do, but. We'll see what happens. Keep in mind, he has Defense Grid. I can yield because I can't cast anything anyway. Can dog. Keep in mind, guys, if you are enjoying this content, smash follow. You'll get notified whenever I go online. And if you want to help me out even more, consider subscribing because it ensures that I continue to make and improve this content. No obligations whatsoever, of course, but it helps me out. Ensure that I can continue to do stuff like the Legacy Masters series. I had Orim67 on like half an hour ago. Until half an hour ago, we played for 2 hours, but we streamed early so I can play some leagues now. Great stuff. And I had Pokimoki, Jeff White over on Monday. You can rewatch the videos, by the way, for about a week or 2, I think. Right, come on, my man. The worst part about this deck is that it takes so long to win. My opponent has 1 card in hand, so you can either decide to play it or not. That's it's not rocket science. So he gets an artifact, reveals. Manifold key. Sure. Just gonna play it. Gonna slam in for 8. Sure. Land, please. So I can force the figure. So he can only plus. I can choose. I think I'm gonna have to force the figure both of these, and hope to kill him on the swing back. I could also force a figure like Forge and a Construct block, but I don't think that's what I just need to get a bit lucky here. Although I do know that I have I know I have the Agent incoming, but I don't think that's a winning game plan. Okay, let's just go through the next turn here. What does Forge do? That makes it so he can play spells from the top. So he can, if he doesn't like the spell on the top, he can then untap it, get rid of it again, etc., etc. So he can trim down the. With Cage, Cage says creature cards. So it doesn't care about that all that much. It does stop him from casting spells from the graveyard or library, so that's true. But he can still put cards in here, and although maybe you're right, maybe that doesn't do a lot anymore. Yeah, maybe you're right. With Cage in play, maybe I should just ignore it. Yeah, good stuff, good thinking, my man. Reveal the top 2. Yeah, sure. Reveals. So what I want to put in his hand, probably Defense Grid. He already has one, so you can have Defense Grid, dude. Yeah, exactly. You're right. What I can do is, if I just destroy these two, and I destroy Khan the turn afterwards, we are possibly in good shape. Another Defense Grid. So I have to respond now, because they do stack. Let's get rid of these. And now I just need to find a pump spell and kill him. He's thinking again. So what do you guys want to talk about? Maybe, okay, guess the video game. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have played this one. Pump spell. Shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna attack Khan with Elf. I just want to win in one turn. If anything goes wrong, I still have Force of Will, so I can stop him from doing something last turn, next turn rather. And he can't cast with Mystic Forge, so I only have to worry about the top deck and the +1. As long as it doesn't make creatures, I'm fine with that. And if he doesn't do anything, I can just brainstorm end of turn. Oh, never mind, I have to pay 6, of course. Yeah, since I have to pay 6, maybe I should brainstorm now. Just dig one deeper. Okay, at least I can get to shuffle, avoid these bad cards. Is Force of Will even worth it? You know, maybe I just want to flood the board with threats. Kind of like that. Get rid of these two, Can't cost them anyway. Flood with threats. Keep Khan in check, and the next turn I can attack and keep Khan in check. Okay, okay, that's a game plan. So let's slam in. Shove that one down. Luckily for me, my game plan wouldn't have changed. There's a good Savannah just so he doesn't know what I could potentially have. Flood the board. Next turn I can attack him and get rid of Khan. Have some blockers. And yield. Yeah, exactly. Nady. Force was off. Untaps Mystic Forge. Grim Monolith entered the exile zone. Even though he can't cast stuff, he can still trim the top, because you just have to pay 1 exile, so he can exile top cards all the time. But I'm able to destroy Khan next turn, and I see 3 fresh cards, so what I want him to have, if he casts a spell, all non-land permanents untap, or he gets to search. Huh. It's interesting. What do you guys think? I actually think I want him to have Paradox Engine, because him untapping everything, do I care about that all that much? I don't want him to search stuff. So I'd say we give him Paradox Engine. But that does mean that if he gets to casts... Let's see. He only has 5 mana out right now. He has 2, 3. Right now he only has 3. But what he can do is he can, with 3 mana, untap and then get 3 more. So that's 5. That means he has Paradox. So yeah, normally, has he played a land? No, he could technically play a land and then cast a spell. So right now he can only have 5, but he could potentially have a land and play something. But I still think it's correct to give him Paradox Engine. What could he cast for 1? A Manifold Key, for instance. Is it Saint German? No. What could he cast for 1 if you give him fair? That's a good question. I just think in the long game, if I give him fair and I don't find a way to kill him next turn, he can search up whatever he wants. And if he searches up Walking Ballista, that could come back to haunt me big time. But if I give him Paradox Engine, he still needs cards to make this work. And he can't infinitely have spells, so I think it's better to give him Paradox Engine. This is definitely the difficult choice. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna give him the engine. Does he have Echo in hand? I don't know. Doesn't matter if he has it. Cage stops it. He's gonna put it in the graveyard, so. Yeah, I hope I'm right too. But that was an interesting discussion. Hello everyone! Big bunch here today, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Keep in mind, on Saturday I will have Jeff Lynn on the stream. Excellent player. He won the last Legacy Pro 2 qualifier with Espervile, and he will play his pet deck Espervile as well on Saturday, so come check that out, it's gonna be sweet. Don't know if I've said this already, but Pagan 2020, thanks for the follow, man. Cheers, appreciate it. Right, let's see if we can... Okay, boom, dead. Nice. We made the correct choice. Still gonna check the next cards too. Yeah, I agree. What I always want in my streaming playlist is I want to have like music that's not too bothersome and that speaks to everyone. Everyone can enjoy the music, and I think that video game music is really that. And it also very often doesn't get muted, which is also important because I want people to re-watch my videos later. And then it is important that, of course, the music does not get muted. I think we win here. My opponent says GG's, so phew, good for us. We totally threw away game 1, so yeah, it was good that we were able to steal this one. My opponent says his next card is Ventus Fair. I'm gonna say yikes. So it was good for us that we picked the what was the name again? Paradox Engine, because he didn't even play it. So we made the correct call. Boom! 3-0. Sweet league, right? Sweet league. I agree. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until we lose. Unless we go 5-0. Let me point that out quickly. I'm gonna continue playing until we hit 5-0 or I lose. So it's basically I'm gonna play 1 or 2 games. That's it. Again, guys, we are playing the game of guess the video game of which you hear the music. So I'm curious to see how many of you people can guess. I'm going to choose another good one. Let me quickly check a video game, which I'm hoping that a lot of players will know. Okay, this one. This is a nice one. Pretty sure that a lot of you have played this one. But who will recognize it? Don't use Shazam or anything. Does Shazam work on video games? Don't even know. So we've played against, how do you even call this deck? Like, all-in artifact combo? I don't even know, but we've played against that one twice. Should have won 2-0 both of them, but I totally screw up the first game myself. And first match we played against, my memory, dude. I don't know. Dudes, what was it? What was game? What was match 1? I don't remember. Hey Jeff, welcome, my man. This sounds so familiar. Can't recall. This is gonna be for a lot of you. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will know this, but don't remember watching the game. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining to guess the video game. I can give you a hint. The level was so difficult. It was the most difficult level of the entire video game. So you know there's level in there. It's an old video game too. Check out this video if you are tuning in later, by the way, because we had Orim67 over. For the first 2 hours, we had the matchup of Infect versus Sneak and Show. And despite the fact that I think that Infect is heavily favored in the matchup, I think I went 2-5. He won 5 and I won 2. Maybe even he won 6 and I won 2. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it didn't turn out how I expected it to go. So you also have to play the games, for sure. Let's see, we have 13 more seconds, and then the next song will pop up. Don't think you're gonna know it. It's from Crash Bandicoot, Hog Wild. Remember, it was the level where you had to jump on a boar, and no, yeah, it was. You had to jump on a boar and then go through the dudes. I would like to play first, thank you very much. This hand is great. No land, mulligan. Yep, keep. Another favorite of mine, this one right here. If you've watched my streams, you know that I'm a huge fan of this series. So we're just going to continue playing this game. If you know the video game, boom, type it in the chat. And by the way, if you want to see my deck list, you can click on the left side of the screen. You should see the cardboard live pop up over there. If you click on it, you'll see all the cards. You can hover over them. If you want to know more about the deck list that I'm playing right now, feel free to ask me. So I have only started playing leagues again today after a 3-week hiatus. I've been moving to a new place, so you can see that in the background, slowly but certainly, we're playing against the same deck again. Whatever. So slowly but certainly, I'm improving my home, and I'm going to be able to stream in my separate stream room starting probably tomorrow. That's going to be great. Right, interesting. So the same deck again. What's up with this deck, dudes? This deck has become so popular, and I don't understand it. I honestly don't think it's that good, but maybe it's me. Maybe I'm mistaken. Anyway, our Echo of Eons was quite good. We've gotten the lethal. Yeah, I Gideon, I have no idea why this deck is so popular. I honestly don't think it's very good, but maybe it's possible that Infect just has a good matchup against it. That's definitely a thing, you know. Maybe it's in general it's a good deck. Maybe, yeah, let's ask chat. How many of you have played against this deck, and how do you feel about it? Personally, for me, I feel that Infect has a pretty good matchup against this deck. But yeah. We have a lot of people here, so I don't know. How do you guys feel? Is it a good matchup? And if it is, of course, mention what deck you usually play. Walking Ballista on... Yeah, sure, you can kill Noble, dude. Please do, in fact. Yeah, that was a very bad decision on his part. I don't understand this. Why would you... Yeah, this makes no sense. Right, I'm just gonna kill him next turn. So thank you for the Echo of Eons. In fact, so bad. You've got me there. Can't argue with that logic. As long as it's not something that gets rid of Elf, I'm good. So I was going to say that I've started playing leagues again starting today. And I have not... So I went 4-1 in last league, and I'm 3-0 right now, so let's see what happens. Damn, defense grid is probably the only thing that I really didn't want to see. I'm still going to force here. Otherwise this force is useless anyway. Let's not yield. I don't want him to know that I don't have anything left. Okay, he's dead. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, we're drawing Vigorate too. Okay, let's show some dominance, shall we? So scale up. Then we're gonna attack. Boom. Exalted trigger because I want to do as much damage as I can. And then invigorate. Please do not concede. Do not concede. I beg of you. And boom. 22 infect damage. Easy peasy. Okay, so I think I don't need to discuss this sideboarding anymore. I've played against... This is the third time right now I've played against this deck, so you probably know what I'm doing and why. There you go. Easy. Submit. And let's see what happens. Nice. Again, guys, if you are enjoying this content and you haven't done so, smash that follow button. You'll get notified whenever I go online. And I want to thank you guys because I have now hit over 800 followers on my Twitch channel. So that is, yeah, lovely, dudes. Thanks. Cheers. Appreciate it. And if you want to help me out even more, you can consider subscribing because that helps me out a ton. It ensures that I continue to make and improve this content. So, yeah, if you would want to consider this, you are... Yeah, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, but no obligations. If you have some money around and you don't know what to do with it, send it over to me. Then I can improve my stream. That's basically what I'm asking. His hand's fine against this deck because it has Force of Vigor. So yeah. So okay, Untitled 77, thanks for the follow, man. Cheers, appreciate it. Keep. So last match. I capped a no-land on 7 and won easily. So, and this is what this matchup is all about. You just have to stop certain cards from resolving and you're good. Let's see, Igor's Untitled. I pronounced that horribly, I'm 100% sure of that. Good to see a very good Infect player like you, thank you very much. Finally got my Savannah 4th Tropical in real life. Let's infect some people. Yeah, indeed, let's get him. Do I want to respond by destroying this? Don't think so. Don't think so. I honestly think Infect is hugely underplayed right now, and if you ask me, and I'm probably biased, I know, but I just think that Infect is a really, really good deck, and I don't understand why more people aren't playing it. That's not true, I do understand. It's not very forgiving. So he has Khan. Sure. Think I probably have to force a figure these two though. Let's see what he reveals. Put him like this. You can still see this, right? So what are they gonna do? I hope nothing this turn. Imagine if if they have like walking ballista. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm just gonna pew pew. I always like good pew pew. Figure 8. It's not good. Anyway, let's play Trop. That name is amazing. Sadness goes on the stack. Holy flip. That's one hell of a name. I love it. Thanks for the follow, man. Cheers. Infect feels even less forgiving than Delver. I think Delver is one of the most forgiving decks in Legacy, honestly. So Infect is very unforgiving when you compare it to Delver. That's my experience, at least. This is not serious, right? He's gonna go for Micros and Lattice. This is insane. Luckily, I have days, but still, still, this is disgusting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna daze. Don't think I want surgical. Next turn, he's probably gonna ballista 2. I'm gonna put him like this. Do I next turn wanna? Yeah, I'm hoping that it doesn't have a land, that they don't have a land, and that I can just daze. That'll be sweet. Long time Delver pilot here. It's hard to say. Delver walks such a fine line, especially now that Oko is gone on Arcanist too. I mean, yeah, Delver has definitely become a lot more difficult to play after the bannings. No denying that. Oh yes, yes! Dazing this one feels awesome. Now the question is, do I want to get rid of the Khan? Was this Zelda Sheik's theme? Let me check back. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Good job, dude. Yeah, we are still playing the video game. Well, we're still playing the video game guessing game. So if you hear a song, guess the video game. That's the thing. So it's my turn, right? This is also one of my favorite video games ever. And do I care about +1? I don't think so. But I do care about -2. So I think I have to just attack Khan here and keep Invigorate. Do you always play 4 tropicals? Yes, if you can, you always play 4 tropical in Infect. Because we always want a forest to make our deck work, Invigorate is busted, and we always want to have access to days too. So I would always play 4 tropical. In my list, if you want to see my list, E-Girls Untira, click on the left side of the screen, you will see the cards that I play, and you can see that I do not play a basic forest, that I just play Savannah instead of the basic forest. That's how highly I value tropical. I know that a lot of players prefer not to. They trim down 1 tropical for a Savannah, but I disagree. Huh, this is an interesting one. Making Basalt Monolith into a 3/3. Spicy. Still think I'm going to attack Khan though. Then maybe use Invigorate. I'm not sure. Now that I've found Agent. Huh. So what? So he could -2. And then what? What could he get that destroys me? I don't think that this deck plays Ensnaring Bridge. I'm not sure. Help me out here, guys. What could he get with -2 that I should be afraid of? Because I have lethal, so I want to play Agent. Invigorate Finds with Noble Trigger is lethal. But I just want to make sure that I can get to next turn. You have seen one bridge fairly often. But if he gets bridge, if they get bridge... Yeah, but keep in mind that if they get bridge, what he does is he needs to... I can attack through bridge. So if I attack with Noble, I have 8 damage here. I'm going to kill him pretty quickly with regular damage too. And that means I also shut down Ancient Tomb. So I honestly don't care about bridge all that much. Which is weird. I also know that Microsynth Lattice is not a thing anymore. I'm afraid of another Walking Ballista. But in response to that I could fetch and get rid of it. I don't know, I think... Walking Ballista is definitely scary. Yeah, I think I have to risk it. I mean, if I attack with the Noble and he blocks and I use Invigorate, not much... He can still cast Ballista and it still screws me, so... I'm just gonna... I am gonna play it like this, so I have a land, in case he has Ballista. They have Ballista, sorry guys. Yeah. Right, let's see what happens. I'm aiming with Surgical Ballista indeed. Actually, Echo of Eons, depending on the game state, but in this very specific game state, probably going to be Ballista. But he's going to get it with Khan. He's thinking, if I get to untap, he's dead, so they are dead. Jesus. I've been trying to no longer say he, and it's so difficult. It's so baked into your system, and I know it's wrong. I'm trying to say they more, so if I say he, just, you can correct me. I should start saying they, or my opponent, or something like that, but it's just, it's difficult. It's difficult. You'll get used to it, yeah man, but I'm trying to get used to it sooner than later. But it's yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's stupid because I know you should just say they, it's better. Okay, let's see what they get. Did it right this time. Ballista, okay. That was to be expected. So I can find the response now. I want them to waste all of their counters. Took you a while to break the habit too, yeah. Even though you know it's wrong, it's difficult to, like, old habits die hard. So in response he fires it off again, and then I invigorate, and now he has to get rid of Ballista. This sucks for me, but at least I've gotten rid of Ballista. Otherwise, he just has it forever. Jesus. See what I mean? Right, let's attack. Yeah, I was not going to do it in response because I want them to fire it off first. But it's possible we just kill them with... Another Khan. That's my mistake. I probably should have surgicaled Khan. I think I made a small mistake there. Okay. I'm not going to pierce here. I want him. I want them to cast a spell off with a diamond. Definitely my bad, not surgicaling the Khan here. They don't have any other win condition than Khan. Usually they have another Khan, they have Ballista, but we've always seen 2 Ballistas, so... Not paying a lot of attention today in my league. Screwed up another game against this deck too, so... Probably said this before, but people ask me why I never stream challenges. This is why I screw up when I'm talking with you guys. But I'm gonna start... I am gonna start... streaming the challenges in the future. I think we surgical Echo of Eons here. You're gonna play the Super Proto Qualifier. Unfortunately, no. I'm bad with... I don't know where you can actually find all of the tournaments that Wizards organizes, which is my mistake for sure. And I didn't keep my agenda available, and I only found out about this like the day before yesterday. So I should find a list where you can find every single places where you can do this. Oh yeah, I have an automatic MooBot who removes the links like this, and I don't know how I can allow this. I'm so bad with computers, but I did get your link. Maybe I can allow it. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, I'm gonna continue playing. So I'm gonna get rid of Echo of Eons. But I did get your message, by the way, Mr. Lee. So I can see it, but I can't say that it's okay. So yeah, cheers, man. I'm gonna check that link out for sure. So let's get rid of that one. Because what can they get now? Lattice is gone. Ballistas are gone. So what's left? What, do they have a win condition? They have 1 Ballista. Yeah, not that 1 Ballista, and that's the win condition. Okay, interesting. Mr. Lee, that would be awesome, because I'm so bad with these things. If I could just have 1 spot where I have all the information, that would be amazing. Let me quickly check another good video game for you to guess. One of my favorites. I'm saying that it's one of my favorites, but I don't know, I'm still scrolling. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I don't know if many people will have played this one. This game is excellent. If you haven't played it, it's out on the Switch now, so... Hey Gizlo, are we drinking anything tonight? My drinks are both already finished, because I've been streaming for 3 hours and 10 minutes already. So I have been drinking Kasteelbier. Another excellent one in Belgium. I can counter this, right? It's the crew, but he has 0 cards, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. I can counter this, so why not? If I draw a pump spell now and I can kill Khan, that would be sweet. Well, technically it's not a pump spell, but it does prevent Khan from doing its thing, so I'm happy. Not an excellent brainstorm, but definitely not bad either. Keep in mind, the win condition is 1 walking ballista. So that's what I get for studying. Yeah, shame on you. Why are you studying me? You could be watching my stream, man. You've let me down. Please continue studying. It's important. I'm a teacher, so I should not say things like this. Okay, 1, 2, monolith. Sure. There you have it. 33. Okay, that's fine. He's at 8 life, so killing them with regular damage is a thing. I wonder if they are going to -2 to Khan. What's still in the sideboard? I mean, this is the thing that he decided to go for, that they decided to go for. So yeah, pick your battles. Exactly, guys. Guess the video game. Does anyone have a clue? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's a JRPG, and it's one of my favorite games ever. Play the game, please. It's awesome. If you don't know it, but it's not very popular. So let's see, what's Khan gonna do? It's not Octopath Traveler, no. Jesus, playing against this deck 3 times in a row. I saw an uptick in this deck already, but again, I don't know why. Don't think it's very good, or maybe it's not good against Infect. But I mean, there has to be some incentive to play this. So many people are doing so. How long left? 1 minute, 40 minutes remaining to guess the video game. Bum, 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 bum. What I also hate about this deck, my opponent, is it takes so long to win. Or to lose, depending on what side you're on. They usually think for so long, and I don't usually understand why. But maybe that's me. Anyway, the video game that I'm talking about here, or that you're hearing right now, is Ni no Kuni. Check it out, it's great. It does sound like a Final Fantasy soundtrack, right? But that's it because it's also a JRPG. Ni no Kuni, you have 2 of them, but Ni no Kuni 1 is a masterpiece. Like, Ni no Kuni 2 is a good game, but Ni no Kuni 1 is excellent, solid gold. Okay, so this is what I love. My opponent is going to go for the Ensnaring Bridge game plan. So I'm going to go for regular damage game plan with Noble. Because if he has 0 cards in his hand, I have Noble, so I get to attack through Ensnaring Bridge. And a lot of people forget this. But this means that my pump spells are still live, because I can hardcast a pump spell on Noble after attacking. And they rely on Ancient Tomb too. So this is fine by me. Gizlo, my man, play Ni no Kuni, dude. I swear to God, it's great. I think my opponent messed up big time here, playing the land, because... So he played Ancient Tomb. So he played the Ancient Tomb, getting rid of City of Traitors, which means he now has to tap an Ancient Tomb to get mana. But I'm going to attack with Noble, putting him down to 4. Which means if he uses Ancient Tomb, that's lethal. And he can't tap these, so he basically has 2 mana available now, and then needs to win or die next turn. So this was a huge mess up by my opponent, I think. And he's dead. That was, yeah, an interesting game, despite the fact that we won in a very weird situation. Remember when I said that Infect's a good deck? This is why. It's flexible. Last game. Let's see if we can get a 5-0. You think combat was a drag in Ni no Kuni? I loved it. It's like a hybrid between Final Fantasy and Pokemon, and I thought that combat was pretty nice. But it's not for everyone, so I can see why you wouldn't think that it's interesting. Studio Ghibli art, you'll have to see it. Studio Ghibli, dude, they are masters of the trade. I quickly want to point out we are 4-0, but this 2-1 should have been 2-0. I completely messed up game 1 myself. Completely just... I had the win and I decided, nah. I'm not winning today. So that's on me. But we're going to try and get a 5-0 here on stream. That would be sweet. Because... yeah, I only played... this is my 2nd league today. Went 4-1 in the previous league. And now 4-0 in this league. So going pretty well. Play Infect, deck's busted. But I'll probably say that every single time. Whoopsie! thought the combat was okay, but for the AI, your party members is awful. Oh, you mean your party members? Yeah. You should play the game as if you're playing solo. Don't rely on your party members. They are pretty bad. That's true. Again, guys, wow, so many people here today. Wow, welcome everyone. Great. Yes, around 60 people here today. That's pretty sweet. Glad to have you all here. Don't forget to smash follow. I am setting up a streaming room. Said this a couple of times, but new people here, so new information for you guys. I have we moved to a new house, which is why I'm just yeah. It looks like I'm sitting in my room, but no, it's a new place, and I'm setting up a stream room. I'm hoping to have that set up by Saturday. Should be good fun. Will be sweet. I'm going to be able to update it from time to time. Going to be able to start streaming challenges, etc. Probably going to stream challenges with a 5-minute delay though. I've been seeing a lot of upticks in snipers in big tournaments, so that's not something I enjoy. Is there a JRPG with genuinely good AI? Yeah, good question. I would like to play first, thank you very much. This is a difficult one. This hand is not very good, but it's also not bad enough to mulligan, I think, because I don't know what I'm up against. So I'm going to keep, but I'm not terribly excited about this. Besides, we know we're playing against the artifact combo deck too, so... Yeah, I've seen, indeed, snipers have been increasing a lot. And there's nothing you could do about it. I mean... This may be a bit of a weird approach to this, but if you are streaming, you know that you can get sniped, and I know sniping is a bit it's a bit scummy, you know. Don't stream snipe; it's disgusting. But if you are sniping, you can expect this, which is why I'm going to be streaming with a delay if I am going to be playing bigger tournaments. You're still all banned, have you gone back to blue-green? Captain Haddock, if you want to see my deck list, you should be able to hover over to the left side of the screen, and you should see the cardboard live pop up over there. If you click on it, you can see my deck list, and there you can clearly see that I'm on banned. Lots of people have been playing bigger events with their friends, getting outside help, which is boof. Yeah, I agree, man. Another reason why I prefer paper magic over online magic. Streaming with delay or hand hider is fine. I think so too, but I know a lot of people don't, or they enjoy watching live magic more than with a hider or delay. Snow-covered island. Who is still playing snow these days? What is happening? You prefer delay over hand hider? Yeah, I agree. I prefer a delay over a hider too, because playing with a hand hider kind of nullifies the entire reason why you are streaming, if you ask me. Because I want to stream because I want to show you why I make certain decisions. And if I have a hand hider, like, you can't know why I make certain decisions in a certain situation. Looks like miracles. Indeed, I agree. So I'm a bit afraid of playing this elf, because then I get 2 for wand. But I think I have to, because it's possible there's not a terminus on top, and in general I like broadening out. Not going to attack with Nexus. I want to have access to vines if need be. All very good suggestions. Definitely hiding the entire screen sounds good. Okay, we have no terminus coming, so that's good. Another island, so we may be playing against Show and Tell and not Miracles. Blue-green Show and Tell then, probably. I would have expected Dismember! Do I even care about this? I have 2 more threats. Okay, this is fine. Not expecting Dismember. What's going on? I'm so skeptical. We could be playing as Blue-Red Delver too. Unlikely. Not impossible. Brainstorm, that's a good one. Let's fire it off. Pretty good. Don't think I want another elf. Don't think I want... I definitely want this land. So I'm definitely cutting one elf. And then the question is, do I want to get rid of another elf? Or Berserk? Feels to me like we're playing against either a control-y build or... I think I'm going to trim Berserk. Because Berserk with Vines is not the best. So I'm just gonna... Okay. Please fire off swords right now. I dare you. Yeah, it's show and tell. That makes it easier to know. Which means if I'm playing against show and tell, I'm gonna be going for Vines for sure. Let's slam in. So next turn they are dead. We could see Coatl here. Yeah. Don't care much about Coatl, honestly. So now that I know that I'm playing against Show and Tell, I probably should have kept Berserk and try and get him. But I didn't expect Dismember from a Show and Tell deck. Now I see Mountain, so maybe we aren't playing against... I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is Control. Or maybe it's Show and Tell or it's Sneaky Show with a splash. I don't know what's going on. We play Bolt. What is happening? I don't know. Anyway, this is... yeah. Rug Control, yeah, maybe. Please don't do this. So, this is the correct play against every creature-based deck, but not against Infect. If you wanna destroy my creature, you either do this at my end step or in your own turn. Do not do this in my upkeep. And I can understand why, because usually what you want to do is you want to cast spells in your opponent's upkeep, because that way your opponent has to spend mana. Yeah, I can understand. I dig it. But against me specifically, right now you have given me the ability to use my pump spell, which means you could be dead if I draw a land, which is bad. So thank you very much. Force of Negation, maybe. Ice Fang, sure. Blood Rage is unblockable, my friend, so you need Force Effect. Brainstorm, dig in. And even then, this still could not be enough. If I just slam in, put him to 6. Concession. So this was a control deck. Never didn't have it. Nice, maybe we're gonna go 5-0, boys. And girls. Jesus, what's happening with me today? So yeah, it's definitely going to be... It looks like Poker Pile to me. Think this is fine? Don't like Berserk in this matchup. Not a big fan of Days in the matchup either. Do I want to trim all of them is the question. I think I do. I think I value everything else higher. Right. 3 opponents are ghosting you, but fortunately they like you, so they intentionally lose. I dig it. Pokepile doesn't really play red or that many basics. We'll classify this as a rogue deck. Sounds pet deck. Yeah. You're right, man. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. That's That's the thing. The new poker pile is Sultai. But this feels like old poker pile to me. Hey Fenris, should I drop this next game? You dropped out of your Discord. Out of our Discord chat. Well, I'm not following. Hand's great, no land, mulligan. Hand's fine, let's keep. It's not excellent or anything, but it's fine. I kind of want to have Pendelhaven. Spell piece is nice. Noble would really turn this hand into a beast. Volcanic. It's a fairy. I think I'm gonna wait a turn. Some Pokemon game music. No. This is it's from a Mario game. I'll give you that. So which Mario game is it? Ooh, let's spell pierce that one. They will fight over this if they have it. Is this your final list or do you want to change anything? Nope, this is the list. I think this is the best one for the current meta. Much approve it. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. Nice. Next is a fine draw here. No one recognizes the music? Damn. I thought this was a rather popular Mario game, but apparently I was wrong. Costs Uro, this is hilarious. Uro is really not good against this. It's not true. Uro's fine, but if you're able to start recasting Uro, game's over already. So I want to draw a land, a fetch land here, and play Teferi. That would be sweet. That's like easy mode for us. Well, I drew a land, but be careful what you wish for, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna slam in. Use Pendle. So this was from Super Mario Odyssey, the one in the desert. In fact, it's kind of hard to play against, to be honest. Little mistakes are usually evil. Yeah, man. In fact, it's definitely hard to play against, and that's why I love playing. The thing with Infect is difficult to play, but it's also difficult to play against. So once you start getting really good with Infect, you get a lot of free wins. That's how it feels to me, at least. I do consider myself to be a good Infect player. So I have definitely had my bunch of free wins. This is indeed some kind of weird control deck. Blue, red, green. So Rug. Or Tima. Is it Tima? Rug, is that Tima? I think it is. So I just want to resolve Teferi and play on easy mode. That's the game plan here. I have my own Uros too. Yeah, Tiger in Legacy. What? It's like I'm playing against land control. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight over that one. Again, mistake with my opponent. It's correct that this was my only creature, but not in this very specific situation. Damn. I want to have a white source, not this. So I'm just gonna slam in. Play it safe. I'm gonna use Pendelhaven on Elf because I want that creature to die if he decides to use removal. Right, guess the video game. A classic. A huge classic here. Right, every palm spell is lethal. Stomp on Nexus. So that means he's gonna replay Uro, which means I'm gonna save my Nexus. Although if I draw land, then I can just bounce Uro. Who cares? But if I don't, I'm gonna feel silly, so I think I'm gonna use Invigorate here. I wasn't expecting Stomp. Yeah, I'm flooding. That's very clear. But my opponent has to be careful playing Uro now, because if he doesn't have a land, and I have a pump spell, he is dead. No one guesses the video game? It's a good one, guys. And gals. I'm actually going to replay this soon. I have my Nintendo 64 installed again. So that's a hint. Plays a giant. Banjo-Kazooie! Bing bing! Game's so good. Aha! Do I want to bounce giant though? I think I do, honestly. Because that way... I still have easy mode turned on. And he can't next turn, they can't next turn play Uro and giant. Maybe Pyroblast here, or Bolt, possible on Elf. Remember, Mulligans with Infect are extremely hard. This deck, you may think that that Infect Mulligans well. And that's only true to a certain degree, because we do rely on a combination of spells to function. So if Infect have a Mulligan's lower to 5, you don't have a lot of, you don't have a good chance of winning the game. So while Mulliganing is, yeah, we don't Mulligan as well as most combo decks do. Okay, so another land. I'm hugely flooding on lands here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands already. That's half of my deck. Half of the lands in my deck. I play 18 lands, so now they have to decide between playing the giant or not. I think the only reason we haven't won yet is because of the flooding, and not we were flooding on lands, but then we didn't find a fetch for Savannah. So it's weird flooding too. Looks like it'd be a difficult ponder. I can understand, this is a difficult situation. They probably have to decide between kill Teferi or not. Maybe kill Teferi or play Uro. I have Uro myself, so... Funny thing is that if you... I don't really count that well when you fetch. I wasn't saying that I've only drawn lands, that's not what I meant, Jimmy. You're right about that one. I was just saying that I've found... yeah, a huge amount of lands. They do not shuffle. Looks like we have time, so... They decide to stomp Teferi. Brainstorm! Hello, my friend. I'm looking for you. That's what I mean. That's what's up. So animate, scale up, vines, protection. Still have agents. Nice. Yeah, pretty good brainstorm. Let's see if they have removal spell plus force. Oh, I didn't take any offense, Jimmy, don't worry. Boom! 5-0, dudes and girls. 5-0. And on top of that, we went pretty insanely well. That was, yeah, what can I say? That was a pretty insane league, honestly. Let's look back on this, shall we? So we went, in our games, all of them were 2-0, and the only one we lost here was the one I completely screwed up myself because I didn't pay attention. So, yeah, 5-0 on stream, always feels good. So, played 2 leagues today after 3 weeks of not playing and went 9-1, so can't complain. In fact, still good. I'm glad to be able to show you that. Right, for the end of the stream, guys, you know, for people who have watched me a lot already, you know what I always do at the end of my streams, when I don't have a guest, of course, or when I just play leagues. I'm going to open 1 treasure chest, and if you guess correctly what is in the chest, you will receive it from me. Doesn't matter what's in it. If there's a Hull Breacher in there, if there's a Force of Negation in there, if you guess correctly, you will receive the card. Now, a couple of things. We have a bunch of rules. You can only start guessing as soon as I type start in the chat, not before. That will not count. You can only guess once, and if a card has already been named by someone else, you can't name it again, because I can only give the card away once, right? So that's the game. As soon as I type start, you can start guessing cards. And I'm going to give you about a minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, and then when I type stop in the chat, game's over. Open the treasure chest, see if we have a winner. Haven't had a winner just yet, but boom, here we go. So 1 minute 30 seconds, and there we have the Hull Breacher Force Negation immediately. Good stuff here. Let's see, I'll raise my bock on you. Cheers, thank you very much for the show. You are very welcome, my man or my girl. I love doing this. Always happy to have you guys around. Keep in mind, if you have enjoyed this content, if you haven't done so, smash that follow button because you will get notified whenever I go online. And if you want to help me out even more, consider subscribing because it really, really helps me and it ensures that I continue to make and improve this content. This is not just a talk. Everything I make with this, with possible subscriptions, I put into the stream. And I've already paid more for upgrading my stuff than I actually have received back from subscriptions. It's fine, I love doing this, that's not why I do this, but it's nice to get something back. But no obligations whatsoever, feel free to do. So whatever is fine by you. Rebellion 2, thanks for the follow. Cheers, appreciate it. Let's see, we have 30 seconds left. On Saturday, I will have Jeff Lynn, winner of the Last Legacy Pro 2 qualifier on. He will be playing Espervile, I'll be playing Infect. Going to be a good matchup. He's a great player, so come check that out if you're interested. You can rewatch my videos here for about a week or 2, so check them out if you are interested, and I hope to see you in the following streams as well. 10 seconds remaining, guys. If you want to join in, now's the time to do so, because as soon as I have typed stop in the chat, game's over. Let's see if we have a winner. Would be nice. Haven't had a winner just yet, but yeah, see where we end up. Boom! So open one of these. What do we have? A Euless Influence. Discard a land card, create a 2/2 green bear creature token. I don't think I've ever gotten a good card. That's not true. The first time I did this, I had a Volcanic, and then someone had named Tropical. That was pretty funny. Right, that was it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here. This was a lovely evening, or afternoon if you're in America, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Cheers. Bye-bye.